This is Indiana University basketball. This evening, the newly top 25 ranked and unbeaten Hoosiers welcome the Lions of Lindenwood University out of St. Charles, Missouri. Hi again, everybody. Don Fisher here along with color analyst Eric Sewer and broadcast host John Herrick. Well, Indiana is 4-0 on the Young Hardwood season after experiencing their most difficult challenge to date in topping the scrappy Cardinals of Incarnate Word last Sunday, 69-61. For the first time, the Hoosiers struggled to shoot well from behind the arc and at the free throw line, despite holding a 16-point lead at the half and a 19-point lead midway through the final 20 minutes. First-year coach Darren DeVries was disappointed a little bit in ball movement. It took solace in the out-rebounding the Cardinals 42-29 and touted the play off the bench of Sam Alexis, who led IU with 16 points and 8 rebounds. Meanwhile, Lindenwood also played on Sunday, but they suffered their third loss to Alabama A&M, 74-65. The Lions are now 2-3 on the year under seventh-year head coach Kyle Gerdeman, and they have 3 talented sophomores who key their team, along with 9 new faces, as they are in their first full season of Division I basketball and will be competing in the Ohio Valley Conference. Well, Eric Sewer, Indiana finally experienced what it's like when the three-point shot isn't falling, and it certainly made things a little bit tougher for the Hoosier squad on Sunday.
It certainly did, and if anything, it puts an emphasis on the other areas of the game that Indiana needs to continue to work on. You can win games, Don, without shooting the three well, but you got to be a great rebounding team, and you got to play extremely well at the defensive end. And I thought Indiana did just enough in that last ball game to come away with the victory. But as they step up the competition level, you're not going to win those types of games. So Indiana's got to, 1, shoot the ball better, but then 2, continue to work on rebounding the basketball at both ends, second chance opportunities, and really, making sure that defensively, even when you're not shooting the ball well, to continue to play the type of defense we know this team can play. And where teams struggle is they allow their shooting to affect other areas on the court, and that cannot happen with this Indiana basketball team. There will be nights where they don't shoot well, but you got to do all the other things really well if you hope to win the game.
Well, they were able to pull it out. Incarnate Word kept it within 5 points for about, I would say, the last 5-6 minutes of the ball game. Indiana finally pulled out to an 8-point victory, but there's no question shooting the basketball is critical for this ball club. And on nights when they don't shoot it well, they're going to have to do all the things you just talked about. And, of course, I think nobody knows that better than Darren DeVries.
And he has talked about it in his postgame, his pregame, his chats with you. He has talked about areas of the game they're still working on improving. He understands and knows how difficult this schedule will get as Indiana gets going into Big Ten play. And it's not just shooting the basketball that's going to get you a Big Ten championship. It's all the other things. And people say the Big Ten is one of the toughest, most physical conferences in the entire country. It may not have the most talent all the time, but you go play on the road in the Big Ten, you're going to get knocked around a little bit. It's a physical league. The referees allow you to play. You're going to have to be a very physical team, really, at both ends of the court if you want to have success consistently in this league. Of course, you got to shoot the ball well, but you can't just be a shooting team. You got to do everything else really well, too. And for Indiana, those are the things Coach DeVries right now is talking about, and he's working with his team out in practice.
The team that they're playing this evening is Lindenwood. They're a ball club that hasn't had all their pieces until tonight. This will be the first time that they've had a full roster of players without some injuries affecting their lineup. So it'll be interesting to see how Indiana plays against this ball club. And their one player, Jadis Jones, sophomore, last year he was like the 13-time player of the week in the Ohio Valley Conference, which is saying something for a freshman last year, and he may be the key to their ball club.
Shooting almost 80% from the field, and it's not a lot of jump shots. So he's a guy that loves to get close and to the basket. He's a slasher. This Lindenwood team, Don, is only shooting 30% from 3. So they want to drive, get to the free throw line, get deep in the paint, try to score around the rim. That's how they're going to try to have some success against this Indiana defense. So defensively, Indiana's got to be great with their on-the-ball defense, limiting dribble penetration. But when you do get beat, you've got to make sure the help side's there to clog the lane Like I said, you got to know who you're guarding, who you're playing against. And this Lindenwood team is different than some of the other teams that Indiana has played. They don't love shooting the three. They prefer to drive to the basket and try to score around the rim.
Well, we look forward to bringing you the play-by-play story. It's Indiana and Lindenwood here tonight at Simon Scott Assembly Hall. We'll bring you the play-by-play story about 1 hour from now. Our pregame show is presented by IU Credit Union, an official partner of IU Athletics, who started a credit union and created a community. When we get back, John Herrick will present Where Are They Now?, presented by Indiana University. Indiana University is solving tomorrow's problems today through breakthrough research, top-ranked programs, and leadership on and off the court. See the impact at iu.edu/impact. This is Indiana University basketball on the CareSource Radio Network from Learfield.
We know to contact Indiana 811 at least 2 working days before every dig. But did you also know spraying a white line around the area you plan to dig means utility flags will only go in that area? Fewer flags in the yard? Easier mowing? Everybody wins.
Everybody except my kid. I don't want to mow the yard.
Everybody except for your kid wins. Contact Indiana 811 at least 2 working days before picking up a shovel. It's the only way to dig. Learn more at 811.safedigindiana.com.
Indiana is filled with wonderful people and places. So whether you live in Anderson or Attica and need an injury attorney, Green & Schultz trial lawyers will be there. Bloomington or Brazil, Gas City to Goshen, Huntington or Hammond, Green & Schultz makes it easy to help you. Jasper, Jonesville, Lebanon or Linton, Mitchell, Muncie, Plymouth and Portland, Seymour, Tell City or Union City, Warsaw, Washington, or even West Lafayette.
Green & Schultz trial lawyers, attorneys serving victims of injury and loss. More at greenschultz.com.
Did you know the cure for testicular cancer was discovered at IU? At the IU Simon Comprehensive Cancer Center, our more than 300 researchers are never daunted in their work to beat cancer. Support the researchers delivering life-saving breakthroughs. Join the IU versus Cancer team. Learn more at cancer.iu.edu. That's cancer.iu.edu. Together, we're one team. IU versus Cancer.
SPG Roofing and Exteriors is proud to be a partner of IU Athletics. Whether it's a simple repair needed or you're looking into solar solutions for your home, with our combined 50 years of experience in the roofing industry, we can provide you with the quality workmanship you're looking for, along with the respect you deserve. Call us at 317-676-5756 or visit us at spgroof.com so we can get started on your project and schedule a contactless inspection to get an idea of the property and the project. We look forward to hearing from you soon, and go Hoosiers.
Sharp Business Systems of Indiana is proud to be an official technology solutions provider of IU Sports Properties. SBS Indiana is best known for our great document solutions, such as copiers and printers. But here at SBS, we also offer a full line of professional audio-visual solutions, including touchscreen video boards with integrated speakers and microphones, complete with professional installation and service. This state-of-the-art technology can improve both communication and interaction in offices and classrooms alike. To find out more, go to sbsindiana.com or call 317-844-0033.
Hey, Hoosier fans, it's college football season, and SeatGeek is the official ticket marketplace of Hail Marys and walk-on heroes. SeatGeek makes it easy to find tickets so you can be a part of all the action this season. Whether you're buying or selling tickets to Indiana football games or to any other live event in your area, SeatGeek is the place to do it. SeatGeek is the official ticket marketplace of the Indiana Hoosiers. Let's go Hoosiers! SeatGeek.
It's time for Where Are They Now? I'm John Herrick, and it's the portion of our pregame show where we speak to a former Indiana University basketball player, and they catch us up on what they're doing in life now. Our guest today is James Flackman Jr. He played at Indiana from 2014 to 2017 under head coach Tom Crean. He's now playing professionally in the Belgian League for Leuven, just east of Brussels, after a 2-year recovery from his 3rd knee surgery, and he catches us up on how that's been going.
You know, it's been great to be here. I don't know if too many people know, my story after I left, but, I had a pretty great career going in Europe, and I had a tough second injury to my right knee, which put me out for multiple years. So just to be able to be playing high level again and performing the way I am, it's just, kind of inspirational, and to keep it going and to keep my career going just means a lot to me.
Well, on that front, James, how are you holding up health-wise now?
Yeah, everything's been good. The crazy thing is, sometimes I doubted at times if I'd ever be able to play again, but I don't feel like the same athlete, but I feel, like my IQ and the smarts and my experience has taken over, and, so far so good, and I've been, playing really well.
What are some of the challenges that come along with playing in Belgium?
The tough part is, just playing in Europe is very physical. This is probably the lowest level league that I've been in so far, but with that means that guys are more hungry to get to the top level. So, that's been a challenge in itself, because sometimes for me, as a shooter and a playmaker with the ball, playing with better skill players was, probably easier at times for me. So I'm still learning the game in different ways.
Well, James, I know your brother Jalen's a shooting guard for Limburg United in the Belgian Pro League. Are you really far from him?
No, we're actually really close. And it's crazy how it worked out. He's about 35, 40 minutes away from me, so we're pretty close, and I see him pretty often whenever we have time. I'm just glad to see how his career has started, because the first year in Europe means a lot. Just giving him the advice on things that he can do better and things that he should just continue to keep doing. Things are going great for him.
What was it like for you to play for Tom Crean?
I got so many stories, but I just, he was a guy that he just coached you in a little bit of different way. He was a different type of motivator, whether the way he would get on you or it would be different. But I think that was just his way of, try to motivate guys in his own way. And, what I always say is, in Europe, you're going to deal with a lot of different coaches who, may have egos or may have a different way of coaching and are tough on you. But one thing that I know that has helped me along the way, no one can, mentally get me, because I've played for Coach Crean, and that's something within itself. So I definitely take that and I use it in my professional career now.
That's James Blackman, who played at IU from 2014 to 2017. James, thank you so much for taking some time to talk to us. Good luck to you in Belgium.
Thank you.
And before Belgium, Blackman previously played in Italy and Istanbul after a year with the G League teams of the Philadelphia 76ers and the Milwaukee Bucks. When we return, we'll have the Hoosier Profile Player interview with freshman guard Trice Grinsing, brought to you by Green & Schultz Trial Lawyers, where injury law is our field and justice is always the goal. This is Indiana University basketball on the CareSource Radio Network from Learfield.
Visit Bloomington and South Central Indiana's Royal on the East Side today for a large selection of new and used Subaru, Volkswagen, and Audi vehicles. Their large and diverse selection of both new and used vehicles ensures that they have the vehicle for you, no matter what it is you're looking for. Stop in and visit them today. Conveniently located just across from College Mall on 3rd Street. Check out RoyalOnTheEastSide.com or call 812-332-3333. So why wait? Come test drive a new Audi, Subaru, Volkswagen, or one of their many other quality used cars, vans, trucks, or SUVs. Royal on the East Side is a proud sponsor of IU Athletics. Get back to doing what you love. If you're experiencing hip, knee, or shoulder pain and it's affecting your everyday activities, it may be time to schedule a consultation with one of our highly skilled orthopedic surgeons. Our fellowship-trained surgeons specialize in outpatient joint and shoulder replacement. We may be able to get you home on the same day of your procedure. As the official healthcare and sports medicine provider of IU Athletics, IU Health will give you the expert care you need close to home. Call 812-333-2663 or visit iuhealth.org/BloomingtonOrtho. Hoosier fans, don't miss Indiana basketball in a blockbuster game on Saturday, December 6th in Indianapolis. It's IU versus Louisville in the CareSource Invitational, supporting mental health at Gainbridge Fieldhouse at 2 p.m. Eastern. Tickets are going fast, so visit GainbridgeFieldhouse.com or jump on the Ticketmaster app to buy yours now. It's IU and Louisville, Saturday, December 6th in Indianapolis. Get your tickets now.
Kentucky is a place where business is fast, but the pace of life is just right. By working together, we've moved forward towards a brighter future. Now, we're looking at a new Kentucky, where good jobs and a good life are possible for everyone. Y'all interested? We don't blame you. See why our new Kentucky home is the best place to do business and live a good life at newkentuckyhome.ky.gov.
Introducing Hoosier Game Day Lager, the official craft beer of Indiana University Athletics. Brewed by Upland Brewing Company in Bloomington, this smooth, refreshing beer embodies Hoosier pride with iconic cream and crimson candy stripes. It's the perfect companion for every game. Whether you're cheering in Memorial Stadium, Assembly Hall, or watching from home, IU Athletics are always better with beer. Find Hoosier Game Day Lager at Upland's 9 family-friendly locations, your local liquor store, neighborhood bar, and everywhere Upland beers are sold. Upland Brewing Company reminds you to drink responsibly. Go Hoosiers!
From tip-off in Bloomington to living rooms across Indiana, we're all part of the Hoosier family. At Smithville, we're not just fans. We're your neighbors, bringing you fast fiber internet, crystal clear voice, and smart security built for the way Hoosiers live. We're proud to be the official telecom partner of IU Athletics, and even prouder to call this community home. Learn more at smithville.com.
We are live at Assembly Hall tonight as the Indiana Hoosier men's basketball team gets ready to face the Lions of Lindenwood. Tip-off comes up in about 40 minutes with Don and Eric on the call as the fans continue to file in. But now it's time for the Hoosier Profile Player Interview. Here's Don Fisher.
Trice Grinsing is our Hoosier Profile guest today. And Trice, obviously, you're new to this Indiana basketball team, a freshman walk-on. Tell us a little bit about your background, where you got started, who got you started in basketball, and a little bit about your trek to Indiana.
My dad, named Greg Grinsing, he coached college basketball as assistant for about 36 years. He was at Kansas State, Creighton, Idaho, MTSU, UNLV. He was around the game for a long time, and that's what got our whole family into it. But, yeah, I've basically known about everything for basketball since I was like 5 years old, and I've just been kind of a guru about it.
What'd you do in high school? Obviously, that's probably the first place where this thing really took off, right?
My high school team, when I got to high school, we hadn't had a winning season in program history. And I got there and I got to start as a freshman and play varsity. And we had our first winning season and we made it as far as we'd ever gone. And then each year it went a little further, a little further. Well, junior year, we lost in the state championship game in a game that we really should have won that hurt. And then senior year, got to get back there and won it this time. So, yeah.
Who's this? Murfreesboro, Tennessee?
Yes, sir. Providence Christian Academy in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. We were in the private school. I think it's called D2AA. It was the smaller class of private schools around the Tennessee area. It was good basketball.
Tell us a little bit about why you decided to come to Indiana. I'm sure that you had some opportunities to go elsewhere.
Yeah, it was a long, drawn-out process. I really had to trust God with it. But Coach DeVries and my dad coached together at Creighton, and so did Coach Bargan. And that was really my relationship. And I've always followed Coach DeVries' teams, and I love what they do. I love what they're about, and they win a lot of games.
Darren's had a tremendous career himself as a head coach, but your dad and he were together at Creighton. What was that like? How old were you at that point?
I wasn't even born yet, quite a few years later, but my sisters were alive and I hear stories all about it, and they say it was like a family, and obviously it's been pretty good if I'm still with Coach DeVries today.
Are your sisters involved in athletics as well?
My sisters both swam. My older one swam in college. I believe she was an All-American in high school. And then my younger sister swam with her, and they were both really good, but the younger sister didn't swim in college.
So did you have offers to go to any small schools or anything like that before you came to Indiana?
I had other opportunities for sure, and there were a few things that I really took down to the wire because I decided to come to Indiana, I think August 19th or 20th, and the next day came up here, and then school started.
So tell us a little bit about school itself at this point for you. What are you studying?
I got admitted so late that I actually don't have a major yet, but I've been able to do a bunch of gen eds and get a foundation, but school's been great. It's been better than I could have ever imagined, really, and I've loved Bloomington since I've been here.
And the basketball program at this point, how are you enjoying that?
It's awesome. The guys on the team, they're great. I've gotten to get closer with him, obviously, the longer I've been here, but it really feels like we're all on the same mission all together, and it feels special, really.
There's no question that this team is better than anybody anticipated it would be, with 13 new guys on the roster, those kinds of things. We know you're not getting a ton of playing time at this juncture, nor will you probably throughout the year as a freshman walk on. But that said, I assume that you're still going to try and pick up a scholarship someplace along the way.
Yes, sir. That's the main goal, is obviously helping the team as much as I can all the time to help us be the best we can. But my own personal goal is, I want to earn a scholarship at some point.
Well, we wish you the best of luck in that. We'll have a chance to talk to you again through the next couple of years, and we hope you enjoy your time at Indiana.
Yes, sir. I believe I will. Thank you.
And that was our Hoosier Profile Player interview with freshman guard Trice Grinsing, brought to you by Green & Schultz Trial Lawyers. Up next, Smithville presents the Big Ten and Top 25 College Basketball Report. This is Indiana University Basketball on the CareSource Radio Network from Learfield.
Sharp Business Systems of Indiana is proud to be an official technology solutions provider of IU Sports Properties. SBS Indiana is best known for our great document solutions, such as copiers and printers. But here at SBS, we also offer a full line of professional audio-visual solutions, including touchscreen video boards with integrated speakers and microphones, complete with professional installation and service. This state-of-the-art technology can improve both communication and interaction in offices and classrooms alike. To find out more, go to sbsindiana.com or call 317-844-0033.
Viaggio Marine is proud to be the official pontoon boat sponsor of Indiana University Athletics. Located right here in Indiana, Viaggio is proudly family-owned and operated. You'll love Viaggio's complete lineup of pontoon boats featuring a bold, innovative new look, plush, luxurious furniture packages, vibrant new LED lighting packages, and unmatched construction. For the hottest thing in pontoons, visit ViaggioPontoonBoats.com. That's VIAGGIO pontoonboats.com.
Hoosier fans, depend on Master Rental for all your rental equipment needs. Whether you're a contractor in need of an excavator or a homeowner doing a weekend deck project, Master Rental is the only place you need. They're your go-to resource for all your home and garden maintenance needs. With the largest, most current rental fleet in the area, including Bobcat, Echo, Exmark, Honda, and Simplicity, Master Rental is your full-service rental provider. Let us take care of you like we take care of Hoosier Village.
From tip-off in Bloomington to living rooms across Indiana, we're all part of the Hoosier family. At Smithville, we're not just fans. We're your neighbors, bringing you fast fiber internet, crystal clear voice, and smart security built for the way Hoosiers live. We're proud to be the official telecom partner of IU Athletics, and even prouder to call this community home. Learn more at smithville.com.
Hoosier fans, choose chill. Coors Light is cold lagered, cold filtered, and cold packaged for a smoother finish. It's got that crisp, refreshing taste that makes those moments when you choose to rise above the noise and choose chill even better. Coors Light is an official beer sponsor of IU Athletics, so crack one open and take a sip. Coors Light, choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2025 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado, beer.
Your health is affected by a lot of things in your life, like what you eat, where you work, or even how you get to a doctor. It all connects. That's why CareSource offers so much more than health insurance. We connect you to the resources in our community that make your life better so your health can be better too. But the most important connection we're making in Indiana is with you. CareSource, care that connects. Connect with us now at caresource.com.
Well, the Indiana Hoosier men's basketball team tries to go to 5-0 tonight when they face the Lindenwood Lions at Assembly Hall. Tip-off about a half hour away. Lindenwood is 2-3 on the year. And I'm John Herrick with your Big Ten and Top 25 basketball report, which is brought to you by Smithville. Smithville's your local choice for internet, voice, TV, and security. Stick with the home team. Visit smithville.com for more information. Smithville, an official sponsor of IU Athletics. Well, starting at the same time as this game is number 1 Purdue hosting Memphis at 6 o'clock. At 7, 4-0 Nebraska plays 3-1 New Mexico. It's also a 7 o'clock tip for 4-0 Iowa, who's hosting winless Chicago State. State. At 8 tonight, Ohio State takes on Western Michigan. Then at 10, USC is 3-0, and they host Troy, who's 4-2. And that takes care of the Big Ten. Let's go to the top 25 games this evening. 14th-ranked St. John squares off with Bucknell at 7 o'clock start as well for 20th-ranked Tennessee, battling Tennessee State. 15th-ranked Texas Tech hosts Wake Forest at 8:30. Second-ranked Houston plays Rider tonight at 9. And the Big Ten final scores from Wednesday night, 8th-ranked Illinois topping 11th-ranked Alabama, 90-86. Maryland victorious over Mount St. Mary's in overtime, 95-90. 7th-ranked Michigan dominates MTSU, 86-61. And Penn State got by Harvard, 84-80. Don Fisher returns with Darren DeVries in the head coach's report next, brought to you by the IU Credit Union. This is Indiana University basketball on the CareSource Radio Network from Learfield.
Have you been injured at work? Contact Golitko and Daly, the Indiana work injury lawyers at indianaworkers.com. There's nothing easy about work injury cases. At Golitko and Daly, we focus on work-related injury cases and have board-certified and OSHA-trained trial lawyers to help you with your case. Find us at indianaworkers.com. Golitko and Daly, your Indiana work injury lawyers. At Golitko and Daly, we go to work when you can't.
From city centers to rural towns, Hoosiers are facing big challenges. Indiana University is right here with you, working together to find new ways forward. Our graduates fuel the workforce and strengthen communities. Our research drives real change in people's lives. We show up, we do the work, and we solve what's next. Indiana University, bring on tomorrow. See what's next at iu.edu/impact.
Introducing Hoosier Game Day Lager, the official craft beer of Indiana University Athletics. Brewed by Upland Brewing Company in Bloomington, this smooth, refreshing beer embodies Hoosier pride with iconic cream and crimson candy stripes. It's the perfect companion for every game. Whether you're cheering in Memorial Stadium, Assembly Hall, or watching from home, IU Athletics are always better with beer. Find Hoosier Game Day Lager at Upland's 9 family-friendly locations, your local liquor store, neighborhood bar, and everywhere Upland beers are sold. Upland Brewing Company reminds you to drink responsibly. Go Hoosiers!
IU Credit Union. We believe in community commitment, a long-term relationship, building a strong and trusted partnership.
Appreciation and respect go a very long way.
A fair deal for everyone every day.
Leave your doubts behind. Grow your mind, time to shine. Make a day whatever you design.
IU Credit Union believes you can chase and dream. We started a credit union and created a community.
It's the year-end sales event with the Ford crew.
It's sales event time, Sam.
Temperatures are dropping, but the deals are just getting hot.
Time for our annual Ford Holiday Gift Guide.
Oh, yeah.
Hard to go wrong with great deals on trucks and SUVs from Ford, America's all-time best-selling auto brand.
Don't forget the first rule of holiday gift giving, Hank.
What's that, Sam?
Always remember to treat yourself, too.
Well said.
Based on Automotive News Almanac historical data and industry-reported sales data from 1909 through 2024 CY.
Hey, Hoosier fans, it's college football season, and SeatGeek is the official ticket marketplace of Hail Marys and walk-on heroes. SeatGeek makes it easy to find tickets so you can be a part of all the action this season. Whether you're buying or selling tickets to Indiana football games or to any other live event in your area, SeatGeek is the place to do it. SeatGeek is the official ticket marketplace of the Indiana Hoosiers. Let's go Hoosiers! SeatGeek.
Hi, everybody. Don Fisher with the head coach's report. We're sitting with Darren DeVries. It's brought to you by the IU Credit Union. We started a credit union and created a community. IU Credit Union, a proud partner of Indiana Athletics. Well, Darren, obviously a little tougher time than a lot of people might have thought with our incarnate word. Also tough to say, but just a thought or two about that ball game the other night.
Yeah, there was certainly some good points to it. Even at halftime, I was like, with the team a little, I don't know what you want to call it. I just thought we could be better and things. And then after the game, when I went back and watched the tape, and then you actually looked at the stats, and we were up by 16, and they were shooting 20% from the field. So I think we fell into the trap, even as coaches, a little bit of like it didn't look as pretty and easy and things. And so you're like, hey, what's wrong? And the reality was, was. The guys really did a good job. It was a low possession game. It was our lowest possession game of the year so far. So, it was harder to get transition opportunities and things because of the slower pace. And then the second half, we still came out and kind of controlled the first, 8-9 minutes or so and built the lead up to 19. And then it was just kind of one of those things where they make a run and we go a little cold, and now all of a sudden you're in a tight battle. But I told the team it still comes down to on nights where we don't shoot it well, you still have to find a way to win games. I don't care who you are or who you're playing. Those nights can be tough, and you got to be able to make enough plays to come away with a win. And our guys did that.
Well, you said after the ball game that you thought the ball didn't move quite as well as it has previously. Is that after looking at the film? Was that the case?
It wasn't as much as I thought. I thought the ball moved a little better. I didn't think our spacing was quite as good. And then, some of the open opportunities, we'll take those all night. But it was the other possessions where we didn't get it maybe side to side quite as much as we had been. But some of that was just a little bit of some spacing issues and things. And I think the guys did a really good job here the last couple of days of addressing it and fixing it. So I'm excited to see how that focus turns out on the game floor tonight.
Lindenwood is the opponent tonight. It's a ball club that's now fully Division I. I guess they transitioned over the last several years now. What have you seen in film on them?
Yeah, they're a team. If I were to compare them, they're similar to how Marquette plays in terms of they're going to really try and drive it. From every handoff, every possession is going to be an attempt to try to get to the rim. So we have to do a great job of keeping them in front of us and do it without fouling. And as you remember in the Marquette game, we got called for a lot of fouls on that dribble penetration, so we need to do a much better job of that tonight. They're also a team that hasn't had all their pieces. They've been missing starters, and they're just kind of starting to get their roster back to the way they wanted it and hoped it would be when they started this offseason. So they're starting to put together their team and getting fully healthy. So that's something we're going to have to deal with tonight, though. But that dribble penetration is going to be a big part of what we have to stop.
They have a sophomore named Jadis Jones, who I think he was the 12th. He won the Big Ten, their conference player of the week, like 12 or 13 times last year. Apparently, he's pretty good.
Well, I just think, when I watch them overall, I think it's just kind of their balance of what they do and how they attack. That's going to make it most challenging. So, excited for us to go out there and go compete again on that defensive end.
Communication is such an important part of basketball. People don't recognize how important it really is. That's something that I don't think you've had to worry about this year, based on what I've seen in practices in Puerto Rico, and even these guys now playing here at Simon Scott. Your guys seem to communicate really well on the floor.
Yeah, I think they do a great job of that, and that's a big piece of being a good team at both ends of the floor, but especially the defensive end. A lot of problems get solved just by communicating, because like we've talked about before, it's not a perfect game. The guys don't go from A to B like you want them to all the time. So you have to be able to react and play off of one another as a defense. And I think our guys do a really good job of understanding, hey, what we're trying to do. And then when something does break down or go wrong, they know how to try to put the fires out. And they do that a lot of times by, communicating it.
Can you speed a team up that likes to play slow or tries to slow it down against you?
That's really hard to do, and it's not like we're a full court pressing team trying to speed people up. So, they're going to be able to run their possessions. We're going to try to be as sound as we can defensively. Yeah, we'd like to be active with our hands and try to get deflections and things like that. But outside of that, the team's willing to take care of the ball, we're willing to guard them. So that's just the style of play that's going to be played on those possessions. Our main thing, though, is just when we get the ball, how do we play and be able to take advantage of those transition opportunities whenever they present themselves.
Any other injury problems with your ball club right now?
No, we're all pretty good. So about as healthy as we've been, and Nick Doran continues to get healthier and healthier, more comfortable. So we're on the way up there.
Lineup stayed the same?
Everything's the same. Yep.
All right, Coach. Best of luck.
Thank you.
Darren DeVries on the head coach's report. We'll be back with a scouting report on this Lindenwood ball club right after these messages, brought to you by Hunter Bloomington Properties. This is IU Basketball on the CareSource Radio Network from Learfield.
In this town, we know toughness. We fight through pain, get knocked down, and get back up. At Athletico, we bring that same heart to recovery. We don't just treat injuries. We see your drive, your purpose. We build recovery plans around your goals, because you've already done the hard part. Now comes the power, the confidence, the comeback. Move like you mean it. Start today at Athletico.com. Proud partner of the Indiana Hoosiers.
It's the year-end sales event with the Ford crew.
It's sales event time, Sam.
Temperatures are dropping, but the deals are just getting hot.
Time for our annual Ford Holiday Gift Guide.
Oh, yeah.
Hard to go wrong with great deals on trucks and SUVs from Ford, America's all-time best-selling auto brand.
Don't forget the first rule of holiday gift giving, Hank.
What's that, Sam?
Always remember to treat yourself, too.
Well said.
Based on Automotive News Almanac historical data and industry-reported sales data from 1909 through 2024 CY.
Hoosier fans, depend on Master Rental for all your rental equipment needs. Whether you're a contractor in need of an excavator or a homeowner doing a weekend deck project, Master Rental is the only place you need. They're your go-to resource for all your home and garden maintenance needs. With the largest, most current rental fleet in the area, including Bobcat, Echo, Exmark, Honda, and Simplicity, Master Rental is your full-service rental provider. Let us take care of you like we take care of Hoosier Village.
Hoosier fans, choose chill. Coors Light is cold lagered, cold filtered, and cold packaged for a smoother finish. It's got that crisp, refreshing taste that makes those moments when you choose to rise above the noise and choose chill even better. Coors Light is an official beer sponsor of IU Athletics, so crack one open and take a sip. Coors Light, choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2025 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado, beer.
Did you know the Hoosier Lottery is the only lottery named after its people? That means you.
Me?
Yep. And you.
Me?
Yes. And all of you. Us? That's right. And we believe all of you could enjoy some play in your day. Even better, when you play Hoosier Lottery games, you support Indiana. Since 1989, you've given back more than $7 billion to good causes across our state.
Nice.
When you think of it like that, there's so much to play for. Hoosier Lottery, champions of play. Must be 18 or older to play. Please play responsibly.
Have you been injured at work? Contact Golitko and Daly, the Indiana work injury lawyers at indianaworkers.com. There's nothing easy about work injury cases. At Golitko and Daly, we focus on work-related injury cases and have board-certified and OSHA-trained trial lawyers to help you with your case. Find us at indianaworkers.com. Golitko and Daly, your Indiana work injury lawyers. At Golitko and Daly, we go to work when you can't.
Back here at Simon Scott Assembly Hall, Indiana, getting ready to take on Lindenwood tonight, looking for the fifth victory for the Hoosiers against no defeats. Lindenwood is 2-3 on the season, and they're coached by Kyle Gerdeman, who's in his 7th season, and they are fully prescribed D1 team now. Division I, they've been going through that process for the last several years, and this year they officially will be D1 and can play in their conference tournament, the Ohio Valley. We had a chance to talk to Coach Gerdeman about his team in our scouting report, brought to you by Hunter Bloomington Properties. Here's our conversation.
Coach Gerdeman, first of all, talk a little bit about your ball club. I know you're 2-3 at this point, but you've got some new faces on the team and some guys that are scoring a lot of points, at least from the. You got 5 guys in double figures.
Yeah, I like that. We kind of strive for that as a coach, and it's hard to get there. So being early in the year, I like that. Even with the schedule that we've played, we've been able to manage, sharing the ball well, doing some good things offensively. And so, to see 5 guys in double figures, I think that's kind of what we're after. And I think being able to integrate some new guys into that, we've been behind with a lot of knick-knack injuries, things that have really put us behind. We're probably as healthy as we've been tonight. That doesn't mean we're caught up on everything we need to here early in the season. But I'm excited that we're making some progress. And I think it starts with that offense and being able to share the ball.
Who are some of the key guys?
I think for us, you got to look at a guy named, Jadis Jones is the returning freshman of the year in the conference. Does a great job for us. He's a tremendous leader, first of all, but just a tough player. And you'll see tonight, a lot of things that he does is from 15 feet and in, and even at, 6'3", 6'4", he gets a lot of things done. So he generates a lot for us. Aeneas Futrell, Jeremiah Talton, probably our 2 best shooters. They've both been some of the guys that have been in and out of games and had some injuries, but we got both of those guys back. So to see how they shoot it tonight against a team like Indiana will be interesting. And I think that our point guard play as a group is something that's kind of a work in progress, and we hope that we're making progress tonight. But watching those guys, how they run our team together, in and out of the game, different lineups out there, Those two have to be real steady for us. And then I think our big kid inside has done a good job. Milos Nedovic has been really steady. We brought him in. He's a transfer from Maine where he didn't play a whole lot. He's playing a big role for us. He's had some double-doubles already this year. And so, I think that core of guys right there has to be strong for us.
What would your style of play be? Do you like to get up and down? Do you play half court?
Yeah, I think what we've tried to do, we talk about race and pace. We want to race it up the floor, make or miss, and see if we can score in transition. I think we have a team that can do that. I don't know how well that translates against Indiana, but I think when I look at our schedule, I think it's something that we're going to be able to do. I think we have athletic wings that can get out and do those things. But the most important thing for us, I think, is how we control the pace in the half court. If we don't have an easy basket in transition, how well can we play in the half court to not get sped up, not take quick shots, not take bad shots? Those are the things, nights like tonight that sometimes get you going a little bit. And trying to avoid that's going to be a big key.
Are you man-to-man defense, zone defense, a little bit of both?
Yeah, pretty much. We'll press a little bit. We'll pick up full court man-to-man, and primarily just man-to-man in the half court right now. We've got some zone stuff in, but probably won't see much of it tonight unless we just throw it out there and hope they miss. That'd be about all we're looking for on that, but primarily man-to-man, yeah.
How about your rebounding?
I think it's been okay. I think we have the makings of being a good rebounding team. We try to get 15 offensive rebounds a game. I think we've only got that once or twice this year, but it's a challenge. It's what you're shooting for, is to try to get guys playing harder, trying to get guys going harder. And in the defensive end, I think it's about all five guys, and there's no excuses. They're going to have some athletes. We have some athletes. You guys have some size. We have some size. But when the shot goes up, sometimes it's who wants it more. And I think that'll be the thing we watch tonight.
Is there one specific key in this ball game as far as your team's concerned?
I think the biggest thing we talk about is how we handle the mental toughness aspect of it. These games are a challenge, and we know it. You'll be in a great environment, a great tradition-rich program that you're playing against. But how do you handle every possession? Possession by possession. What we talk about is, can you stay in character and not get sped up on offense and not get out of character because maybe they've gone on an 8-0 run, or maybe your shot's not going in. And defensively, can you do the same things you're supposed to do over and over and over? So for us, it's about the mental toughness side of it. And like I said, how long can we stay in character and fight through the tough times?
That's Kyle Gerdeman as we talk to him about his Lindenwood Ball Club here tonight, getting ready to take on this Indiana Hoosier Ball Club. Our scouting report is always brought to you by Hunter Bloomington Properties. When scouting locations for your next apartment, make sure you check out what Hunter Bloomington Properties has to offer at hunterproperties.com. Hunter Bloomington Properties, because you should love where you live. Eric Sewer will join us as we continue to preview today's game, and we'll look at the keys to this contest in the IU Health Injury Report. This is IU Basketball on the CareSource Radio Network from Learfield. Viaggio Marine is proud to be the official pontoon boat sponsor of Indiana University Athletics. Located right here in Indiana, Viaggio is proudly family-owned and operated. You'll love Viaggio's complete lineup of pontoon boats featuring a bold, innovative new look, plush, luxurious furniture packages, vibrant new LED lighting packages, and unmatched construction. For the hottest thing in pontoons, visit ViaggioPontoonBoats.com. That's VIAGGIO pontoonboats.com.
Hey, Hoosier Nation! Indiana University Athletics is teaming up with Grillo's Pickles to bring you, hey, wait a minute, where'd my pickles go?
I'm really sorry, Steve. I couldn't wait. It's fresh from the fridge, and these are a total game changer.
Well, that's Grillo's for you. Too good to last and the perfect courtside snack to fuel your Hoosier pride. Let's go IU!
Grillo's Pickles, the official pickle of Indiana University Athletics. Find us chilling in the refrigerated section.
Hoosier fans, Harrow Fish Incorporated has been making a difference across Indiana since 1985 as the premier provider of mechanical systems, including heating, air conditioning, plumbing, and process piping. Whether it's a large facility, business, or home, or if you want to work with a local company that is the best at what they do and supports the community, be sure to call HFI for your next project and see how they can make a difference for you.
Hi, I'm Christian Lawrence.
And I'm Brad Lawrence at Goldcasters Diamonds and Fine Jewelry. And we just want to remind you how much the woman in your life really does love you.
Wow, but Dad, how can you know that?
Well, she puts up with his sports, doesn't she? She's letting him listen to the game right now.
True.
Because she is your biggest fan.
Always cheering you on.
So come to Goldcasters
For a little sparkling gift that reminds her
that you're her biggest fan, too.
Goldcasters at 2nd and Washington in Bloomington.
In this town, we know toughness. We fight through pain, get knocked down, and get back up. At Athletico, we bring that same heart to recovery. We don't just treat injuries, we see your drive, your purpose. We build recovery plans around your goals. Because you've already done the hard part. Now comes the power, the confidence, the comeback. Move like you mean it. Start today at Athletico.com. Proud partner of the Indiana Hoosiers.
We know to contact Indiana 811 at least 2 working days before every dig. But did you also know spraying a white line around the area you plan to dig means utility flags will only go in that area? Fewer flags in the yard? Easier mowing? Everybody wins.
Everybody except my kid. I don't want to mow the yard.
Everybody except for your kid wins. Contact Indiana 811 at least 2 working days before picking up a shovel. It's the only way to dig. Learn more at 811.safedigindiana.com.
Welcome back to Simon Scott Assembly Hall, where Indiana gets ready to take on Lindenwood tonight. He has joined us once again. And, Eric, there's no question Indiana struggled a little bit against Incarnate Word in their last outing. But this is a basketball team that finds a way to get it done. And so far this year, it's 4-0.
They really have found a way, Don. And people forget, the end of that game against Incarnate Word got close. But, early in the second half, Indiana had built that lead out to very close to 20 points before, the shots started going cold. And then finally Incarnate Word started, making some shots down the stretch to kind of tighten the lead. But for the most part, I thought Indiana defensively, about 3/4 of the game, I thought Indiana was spectacular on the defensive end. Really made it tough for Incarnate Word to get going. Took their top 3 scorers completely out of the game in the first half. Just kind of had a little let up in the second half. And I think that's one thing that you will see this coaching staff continue to talk to these players about, regardless of who you're playing, regardless of what the score is, regardless of how good everyone tells you you're doing, you got to come out and compete for 40 minutes. And we saw in that last matchup against Incarnate Word, when you let up just a little bit, teams will, do some damage on you. I think it's a great learning lesson to watch that film come into tonight's game, quite frankly, against a Lindenwood team that Indiana should win by a lot if they play up to par. And but you can't have let up. You got to compete for 40 minutes, move on to the next game, and that'll be the challenge here tonight for Indiana. A first and second half, no let ups midway through.
Well, there's no question that Indiana didn't shoot the ball very well against Incarnate Word. That was the biggest problem that they had. And they did still have a 19-point lead with about 12 and a half minutes to go in the ball game. So when you do that, but you have to continue it, because you can't have a let-up of any kind against really good competition. And that should be a lesson that they learned against Incarnate Word, who was not a great team.
There's no doubt about it. You can get away with the poor shooting performance against an inferior team, especially if you play defense. And Indiana, like I said, for the most part, they were able to get out to that 19-point lead because of their defensive effort in the first half and the beginning part of the second half. You just can't have let-ups. And to your point, Don, if you don't shoot the ball well against a really good team, you better be doing other things really well. Defense, rebounding, second chance opportunities, hustle plays, 50-50 balls. The little things that get you those victories when you're not shooting the ball well. And that'll be the test and challenge here, I think, moving forward. We saw Indiana play well against Marquette. Is Marquette great? I don't think they're great. They've got athletes, but this is a Marquette team, I think, that's really struggling to score the ball and shoot consistently against good defenses. They'll have a test against Kansas State here early next week. Is Kansas State great? I don't know if they're great, but they're good. The challenge, I think, will come up here in the next 2 to 3 weeks when Indiana plays Kansas State, Louisville, Kentucky, and to see if Indiana can really compete against some of the top teams in the country whether they're shooting the ball well or not. Indiana's got to be able to compete against those types of teams. I just don't think we've seen that yet. I love what I've seen from this team at both ends of the court, but I think the challenge and the test is still a few weeks away to see how good this Indiana Hoosier team can actually be.
Indiana's defensive play, you pointed it out, has been really good so far this year. They allowed just 61 points against an Incarnate Word team, and that's one of the reasons they were able to win that ball game. The thing that amazes me about this ball club, and I talked to Coach DeVries about this in our pregame show tonight, how well they communicate at the defensive end of the floor. That is one of the really critical things that most people don't recognize that is so important to your basketball team. If you're going to be a good defensive team, you've got to be able to communicate on the floor.
I agree. And they communicate defensively like they share the ball offensively. And if anything, it just tells you this is a team that, although this is the first year they're playing together, this is a team that's playing at both ends of the court like they've been together for years. And they just look seamless out there. And when you put guys that have experience, that know how to play, know kind of what Coach DeVries is trying to do at both ends, and they've got the basketball IQ to get it accomplished, it can be pretty fun to watch. And that's exactly what we've seen at the defensive end this season. I agree. I think Indiana communicates well, but most importantly, I think they compete at the defensive end at an extremely high level. This is a team that pressures the basketball, denies the wing, is in great position on the help side. And you put those three things together, even if you're undersized, you can be a good defensive team. And at least early in the season, that's what we've seen from this Indiana defense. They've looked very good at times. The Marquette game was a great example of it. They took the lane completely away from Marquette in that second half and forced Marquette to shoot the basketball where they really struggle, and they were able to run away with the basketball game. I just think Indiana's been really good at the defensive end, and I agree with you. A large part of it is due to the communication and how connected they are at the defensive end.
Well, Indiana has had some really good play from different players in every one of these ball games, but the guy that stands out to me that's coming on, and he's going to be a factor for his entire career here in Indiana, is Trent Sisley, the freshman. He comes into that ball game against Incarnate Word, and when he was in there, I think he shot 4 of 7 from the field, 3 in that mix. And he just looks like he is perfectly at ease with playing with these other guys who are much older.
I agree. At ease is a great way to describe it. As a freshman, a tendency you might have is to try to do too much, to prove that you are the guy everyone thought that you were. And what I've been really impressed with Trent is he just tries to blend into the game. He does what's asked of him. He doesn't take bad shots. I think his positioning at the defensive end is really good. He gets his head underneath the rim and tries to rebound the basketball. He has, at least early, tried to just do the things to help the team win rather than do the things that make him look great. And because of his unselfish play and just trying to do what his role is, I think he's been able to excel. He's shot the ball well because he's taking great shots. He's rebounded well because of his effort. And he hasn't really stuck out like a sore thumb or like a thorn because he doesn't try to do too much at either end.
All right, it's time for our injury report, brought to you by IU Health, the official healthcare and sports medicine provider for IU Athletics. For access to the state's most highly skilled physicians, visit iuhealth.org/Bloomington Ortho. In that regard, 3 players still out. Josh Harris, Alec Reestich, and Jason Drake will not dress for this ball game this evening. They'll be on the bench, but they're not playing. And as far as the keys of the game,
defensively, you got to be great on the ball, take away dribble penetration. Offensively, let's get Lamar Wilkerson involved here. He wasn't as involved in the offense last ball game against Incarnate Word. They got to change that here tonight.
All right, our pregame show has been brought to you by has been brought to you by the IU folks at Credit Union, an official partner of IU Athletics. We started a credit union and created a community, and we'll have the starting lineups in the opening tip in a moment. This is IU Basketball on the CareSource Radio Network from Learfield.
Odds are, while you may be an expert baker,
Thanks, Grandma.
or hip shaker, you likely don't spend time thinking about advanced medical treatments or research. So IU Health is here with the expert healthcare 9 out of 10 Indiana doctors have chosen for their patients' care. Because whether you're an expert DIYer or expert high fiber, trust the experts more Hoosiers do. Indiana University Health. no matter the odds. IUhealth.org.
Visit Bloomington and South Central Indiana's Royal on the East Side today for a large selection of new and used Subaru, Volkswagen, and Audi vehicles. Their large and diverse selection of both new and used vehicles ensures that they have the vehicle for you, no matter what it is you're looking for. Stop in and visit them today. Conveniently located just across from College Mall on 3rd Street. Check out RoyalOnTheEastSide.com or call 812-332-3333. So why wait? Come test drive a new Audi, Subaru, Volkswagen, or one of their many other quality used cars, vans, trucks, or SUVs. Royal on the East Side is a proud sponsor of IU Athletics.
Hoosier fans, depend on Master Rental for all your rental equipment needs. Whether you're a contractor in need of an excavator or a homeowner doing a weekend deck project, Master Rental is the only place you need. They're your go-to resource for all your home and garden maintenance needs. With the largest, most current rental fleet in the area, including Bobcat, Echo, Exmark, Honda, and Simplicity, Master Rental is your full-service rental provider. Let us take care of you like we take care of Hoosier Village.
Hoosier fans, Harrow Fish Incorporated has been making a difference across Indiana since 1985 as the premier provider of mechanical systems, including heating, air conditioning, plumbing, and process piping. Whether it's a large facility, business, or home, or if you want to work with a local company that is the best at what they do and supports the community, be sure to call HFI for your next project and see how they can make a difference for you.
Did you know the Hoosier Lottery is the only lottery named after its people? That means you.
Me?
Yep, and you.
Me?
Yes, and all of you. Us? That's right, and we believe all of you could enjoy some play in your day. Even better, when you play Hoosier Lottery games, you support Indiana. Since 1989, you've given back more than $7 billion to good causes across our state.
Nice.
When you think of it like that, there's so much to play for. Hoosier Lottery, champions of play. Must be 18 or older to play. Please play responsibly.
From tip-off in Bloomington to living rooms across Indiana, we're all part of the Hoosier family. At Smithville, we're not just fans. We're your neighbors, bringing you fast fiber internet, crystal clear voice, and smart security built for the way Hoosiers live. We're proud to be the official telecom partner of IU Athletics, and even prouder to call this community home. Learn more at smithville.com.
On the CareSource Radio Network. From Learfield, Hoosier basketball is on the air. Brought to you by Coors Light. Coors Light. Choose chill. Official beer sponsor of Indiana Athletics. And by Smithville delivers fast fiber internet, voice, and smart security with Hometown Hustle. Learn more at smithville.com. The tip is moments away. From the Smithville Broadcast Center, here's the voice of the Hoosiers, Don Fisher.
Welcome back to Simon Scott Assembly Hall, where Indiana gets ready to take on Lindenwood tonight in another non-conference matchup, the fifth of the year for this IU ball club that stands 4-0 on the season. And Lindenwood comes in with a 2-3 mark on the campaign. Time for a look at the starting lineups, brought to you by Green & Schultz Prior Lawyers, where injury laws are in our field and justice is always the goal. And before we do that, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to Indiana University Basketball. So here's how they look for Lindenwood tonight as starters are Cooper, 6-foot junior out of Bolingbrook, Illinois, a transfer from Miami of Ohio. Clayton Jackson, he's 6'2", 185, a sophomore from St. Louis, Missouri. Sykeston, Missouri's Dontrez Williams, 6'5", a sophomore. He transferred in from Abilene Christian. Jadis Jones is the freshman last year, the freshman of the year in the Ohio Valley Conference. He's 6'5", 215, a sophomore from New Madrid, Missouri. And their fifth starter is Milos Nenadic. He is 6'10", 240, a graduate senior out of Kitchener, Ontario, a transfer from Maine. Those are the five starters for Lindenwood. For tonight, for Indiana, they will go as they have in every ball game so far this season. Tayton Connerway, 6'3", 190, senior out of Burleson, Texas. Connor Edwhite, 6'1", 180, a redshirt senior from Mundelein, Illinois. Reed Bailey at 6'10", 230, a senior from Harvard, Massachusetts in the post. Tucker DeVries at 6'7", 225, a redshirt senior from Waukee, Iowa, out at 1 forward. And Lamar Wilkerson is a wingman at 6'6", 205, a senior out of Ashdown, Arkansas. The officials for tonight's ball game, Randy Richardson, Michael Irving, and Alfred Smith. And we are about ready for basketball here at Simon Scott Assembly Hall, which tonight is probably the slimmest crowd we've had so far this season. And I imagine the fact that nobody knows who Lindenwood is and where they're from. Again, they're from St. Charles, Missouri, and they are just into Division I full time now, this being their first season in Division I. That may be the reason that a lot of fans didn't show up here tonight. That always still disturbs me because this is a new basketball team, and you want to show these guys how important basketball is to our fan base, and this doesn't do it.
Yeah,
just saying.
Yeah, there's been some good crowds, but I agree with you. This is the lightest we've seen, and it probably has to do with the fact that we're playing Lindenwood. But
well, here's the other thing, and I will give them a little bit of a break in the student section because it's also a volleyball night here at Indiana, which is a big sport these days because Indiana's ranked in the top 25, and that hasn't happened in years either. So there's probably a bunch of students that may show up here a little bit later for this ball game tonight. Here we go. And it'll be Nedidich who will jump center for Lindenwood, and it's Reed Bailey who gets the tip for IU, and it's tipped into Tayton Conaway's hands. He brings it across the timeline. Tayton working it outside, gets it to Reed Bailey. Then he drives it back to Tayton, who throws it in the corner to Lamar Wilkerson. He drives into the lane for a little jump shot that's blocked. Got his own loose ball, gives it over to Connor Enright, and they'll reset. 8 on the shot clock. Connor throws it right side to Lamar. Wilkerson have to force up a shot here. Gets it into the lane, kicks it out. Quick in the corner for Tucker DeVries. He hits a three as the horn sounds. And DeVries with the first basket of the ball game, and that was right at the end of the shot clock. Now, ball in the hands outside of Clayton Jackson, who gets it off to Nedidich. Nedidich hands it off to Cooper. Cooper gives it back outside. They get it back in the corner. Now a drive in there by Makai Cooper, and he lost the handle. The ball's in the hands now and stolen away from Bailey. As they work down the floor, Dontrez Williams got a steal. They give it back outside to Makai Cooper. Cooper lobs it in. They get it back to Jadis Jones, then into Nedidich, and then he almost has the ball stolen in there. Here's Williams on a drive, and he lays it up and missed it. And finally, Tucker DeVries with a rebound. Back the other way, Tucker across the timeline. DeVries starts to the right, lobs it into Bailey. Bailey on the right perimeter, gives it back out to Tucker. Fires up another three. This is short. Rebound taken out of there by Nedidich. Back the other way, ball in the hands now of Clayton Jackson. Jackson on the dribble, drives it to the top, to the left side of the circle, gives it back to Nedidich on the right. They get it back outside, they whip it around the perimeter, and Jackson now has it. He pulls up, bounces it into Nedidich. Nedidich against Reed Bailey, puts up a hook shot and airballed it, and the rebound comes in the hands of Tucker DeVries. Up the floor to Tayton Conaway, now to Tucker. DeVries, one dribble, gives it up to Bailey. Bailey on the right side. Now tries to drive the baseline, does, throws it outside into the hands of Enright. He pulls up and then throws it back out to Lamar Wilkerson. They get it back to Bailey down to the baseline. He tries to drive in the lane, spins on his man, throws it up, misses the left-handed layup, and Connor Taylorway and puts it in. And Tayton Conaway comes up with his first two of the ball game. It's 5-0 IU.
Lindenwood thought should have been an offensive foul there to push in the back, but that's a nice job by Conaway rebounding.
Here's a drive by Clayton Jackson. He drives it off to Jadis Jones, I should say. Jones has it again, drives it inside, lost the handle, picked up by Conaway. Conaway will bring it up the court. Tayton gives it out to Tucker DeVries. He circles to the left side, pulls it back outside, finds Conaway with a pass. Now out of the perimeter, dribbles it up, and then he fires up a three, and he ribs it no good. It came down and in and out. And then back in the hands of Jones. He brings it up for Lindenwood. Back outside to Nedidich, and he throws up an air ball.
Good contest there by Conaway. Otherwise, I think that's a shot that Nedidich can make there. He caught that, shot it with confidence, and But Conaway was right in his face there. A nice job from the guard position, coming off his man and making that a really tough look for Lindenwood's big man.
Robert Lewis checks in for Nedidich. He sits down, and the ball in the hands of Tate Conaway. 5-0 IU here early. Conaway fires it right side to Lamar Wilkerson. Can't get the shot off, gives to Tucker. Inside to Bailey. Bailey has it knocked away. And stolen in there, and Clayton Jackson comes up with it. Down the floor quickly. They get it in the corner to Trez Williams. He misses a jump shot, and we got a whistle and a foul call against Lindenwood. And they're going to call this personal against Robert Lewis. Just got in the ball game and picks up his first foul.
Just offensively challenged right now. The Lions shooting 0 for 5 from the field. And, they're not getting terrible looks, not a ton of wide open looks, but just nothing really close at all right now offensively for Lindenwood.
And Sam Alexis has checked into the ball game. Reed Bailey sits down, and Trent Sisley's already in the contest as well, and Conaway sits down. Across the timeline, Connor Enright. And Enright dribbles it out between the circles, drives it to the left side, pulls back up, drives it back right side, down low, turns around, feeds it to Lamar. He couldn't hang on to it. It bounced off his knee and went out of bounds. So turnover for Indiana, and that's 3 already in this ball game.
Yeah, and Lamar's getting just a little trouble getting an open look here in the first almost 4 minutes of this second half. I would have thought Indiana would have made a conscious effort to make sure that he gets some good quality looks with that low production we saw from last game.
Jackson fires the ball to Dontrez Williams on the right wing. He's right, dribbles it outside, and lobs it in down low to Lewis. Lewis throws it back outside and threw it away. So Indiana will get the basketball on the second turnover for Lindenwood. And Tucker DeVries will inbound. Gets it to Connor Enright. Up the floor. Aeneas Futrell is coming to the ball game for Lindenwood. Here is the pass over to Tucker DeVries. Then inside to Alexis for a slam dunk. And Sam Alexis is really good going to the basket. And he slammed that one home. Futrell gives it outside to Jackson. Clayton Jackson tries to drive on Connor Enright, gets cut off, throws it outside. Another new face in the ball game now, Jeremiah Talon. And Tolton, I should say, and he drives down low, throws it up and missed it, tipped up, and it bounces around the rim and picked off by Trent Sisley on the rebound. Down the floor to Tucker. DeVries holds, gives to Wilkerson. Long 3 in the way, short. Rebound, Sisley saves it out for Tucker DeVries. DeVries comes up with it, lost the handle, whistle blows, foul called. And they're going to nail that on Jeremiah Tolton. That'll be his first, and we have time out of the floor. Indiana leads at 7-0 early, 15-15 on the clock. We're back in a moment. This is IU Basketball, the CareSource Radio Network from Learfield.
Your health is affected by a lot of things in your life, like what you eat, where you work, or even how you get to a doctor. It all connects. That's why CareSource offers so much more than health insurance. We connect you to the resources in our community that make your life better so your health can be better too. But the most important connection we're making in Indiana is with you. CareSource. Care that connects. Connect with us now at caresource.com.
IU Credit Union. We believe in community commitment, a long-term relationship, building a strong and trusted partnership.
Appreciation and respect go a very long way.
A fair deal for everyone every day.
Leave your doubts behind. Grow your mind, time to shine. Make a day whatever you design.
IU Credit Union believes you can chase and dream. We started a credit union and created a community.
Visit Bloomington and South Central Indiana's Royal on the East Side today for a large selection of new and used Subaru, Volkswagen, and Audi vehicles. Their large and diverse selection of both new and used vehicles ensures that they have the vehicle for you, no matter what it is you're looking for. Stop in and visit them today. Conveniently located just across from College Mall on 3rd Street. Check out RoyalOnTheEastSide.com or call 812-332-3333. So why wait? Come test drive a new Audi, Subaru, Volkswagen, or one of their many other quality used cars, vans, trucks, or SUVs. Royal on the East Side is a proud sponsor of IU Athletics.
Here at Simon Scott Assembly Hall, Indiana 7, Lindenwood nothing, with 15-15 on the clock here in this first half of play. Incidentally, tonight's starting lineups were brought to you by Green & Schultz Trial Lawyers, where injury law is their field and justice is always the goal. Hoosiers, get ready to cheer for free fries at all men's basketball home games this year. When the opposing team misses both free throws in a single trip to the line, you score a free order of Finney Fries. Head to any Finney Hospitality Group restaurant in Bloomington or the Indianapolis area to enjoy your fries. Learn more at www.finneyfries.com.
And offensively, you got to think that Coach DeVries would like the ball to move just a little bit more than what we've seen here in almost 5 minutes of action. He talked about it last ball game against Incarnate Word, how that ball kind of stuck just a little bit too much. I'd like to see some more ball movement, play a little bit faster, less holding of the basketball. Lindenwood's done some nice things defensively, but you got to think if you move the ball well, get open shots here, you're going to win this thing going away.
Connerway's back in the ball game. Connor Enright gets the blow, and Connerway with the ball, throws to Tucker DeVries. Out of the perimeter, one dribble, gives it up, gives to Trent Sisley. Sisley back out to Tucker, now off to Alexis. Give and go to Tucker for a three-pointer, and he rims it no good. Trent Sisley trying to save it, can't quite get to it this time, and it goes out of bounds. It'll belong to Lindenwood. 7-0 contest right now. Inbound comes to Makai Cooper, and the junior brings it up the floor. This kid was at Miami of Ohio last year. In the last couple of years, actually. The pass comes outside to Futrell. Futrell on the dribble, fires it underneath to Nedovic, who's back in the ball game. Nedovic on the dribble. He kicks it outside to Jackson. Now, a drive by Cooper. He fires it up. It's no good, and the rebound taken by Sam Alexis. Back down the floor comes IU. Connerway with it. Drives it all the way to the hole. Got tripped. And it's going to belong to Indiana is what they're saying.
Yeah. I'll tell you, the ball went off of Connerway, but he got fouled. That's that classic. I think they know they should have blown the whistle. They're just going to let Indiana keep it. Driving to the basket, slapped right on the wrist there. That should have been a whistle. Indiana's fortunate that's not a turnover.
Inbound will come from Connerway, gets it to Tucker, into Sam Alexis, dribbles it back out to Lamar Wilkerson. He drives it left, pulls up in the corner to Connerway. He won't take it. Now he does the three, and he hits it. Peyton Connerway got his 5th point of the ball game. 10-0 Indiana. 14:08 on the clock here in the first half. Nick Dorn getting set to check in here early. Here's a dribble outside. This is Cooper with a basketball. Gave it up, gives it off to it's Dontrose Williams. My apology. They missed the shot, and back the other way comes IU. Here's Trent Sisley to the hole. His shot's blocked out there. It's going to belong to Lindenwood. Blocked off of Trent, and so it will belong to Lindenwood.
He missed a wide open Wilkerson in the corner, and early in the season, that was that extra pass that Indiana really made. In the last game against Incarnate, did not make that pass, and that was a missed opportunity for Sisley.
Here is Cooper with the basketball. Drives it down low, kicks it out in the corner to Futrell for a three. He missed it. Rebound fought for. Nedovic comes up with it, throws it up and in off the glass. Nedovic has got his first 2 points, and the shutout is averted. It is 10-2, Indiana. 13:22 on the clock here in this first half of play. Lamar Wilkerson comes up with the basketball on the right side. Drives it down right, goes baseline, spins his way into the lane, fakes, pulls up, has his shot blocked. It goes out of bounds. It will belong to IU. So Lamar not getting any open looks out there on the floor, so he decides to take it inside. His shot did get blocked, but it does belong to IU out of bounds, and Connerway will trigger it in. And Tatum gets it in to Sisley, and Trent dribbles it out on the wing. Gives up the dribble, bounces to Lamar Wilkerson. Wilkerson looks inside and lost the handle. Nedovic got onto him very quickly and batted the ball out of bounds with 1.3 seconds on the shot clock. Indiana has no time to get this one up. They're going to have to get it in, maybe one dribble and pump it up there. We'll see if they can get that done. And inbound will come from Connerway. He gets it into Lamar Wilkerson, fires up a shot, no good. And shot clock violation, it's called. Thought there might have been a foul there.
Yeah, it's 0 for 3 for Wilkerson. I know I keep saying it, Don, but this is a guy that when Indiana's offense is humming, it's Wilkerson, it's DeVries, And then Conaway plays that third guy offensively. But Wilkerson, the last couple games here, have not gotten much really open looks here in these half-court sets.
Dorn is in the ballgame for IU. Here's Futrell with a drive, misses it, gets his own rebound, puts it back up, missed again, and the ball's out of bounds. It's going to belong to Lindenwood. The official looked a little confused as to which way to go first that time, but it does belong to the Lions. And Lewis is back in the ball game. Then Nenadic is back out of the contest. They've also sent in, Jadis Jones is back in there. Here's a jump shot by Butrell. He missed it, and the rebound comes off to Trent Sisley. Down the floor to Conaway, who wars it up the court, takes it to the top, gets it back to Trent inside, puts it up, missed it, and Sam Alexis is there to slam it back home off the backboard. And Alexis again coming up big as 4 points. Now they throw it outside to Cooper, who lets fly a three. It's no good. It's batted out of bounds. It's going to belong, I think, to Lindenwood. Well, maybe not. Thought that was off a Hoosier.
Yeah. This is a struggle right now offensively for Lindenwood. 1 of 14. Donna, and they're just missing some wide open looks. That's wide open at the top of the key there.
Lewis gets the inbound from Clayton. And he bounces it back outside to Lewis, who throws it up off the glass, and this one drops. So Robert Lewis gets his first two, and it's 12-4. 12 minutes left here in the first half. Neither team lighting it up on the offensive end, although Indiana much better than what Lindenwood's been. Here's Connor Enright inside to Reed Bailey, who's back in the ball game, but it gets stripped away. Down the floor, this is Futrell with it. Bounce pass comes into Jones. Jadis Jones backs it out, throws it outside. Now they get it to, in the ball game again is Jeremiah Talton, and they get it in the quarter. Talton puts up a three, but he is fouled on the play, and he'll go to the line. So Talton will go to the stripe, and he'll get 3 shots when we return, because we got a timeout called here with 11:32 to go here in the first half. And we're back in a moment. This is IU Basketball on the CareSource Radio Network from Learfield.
Get back to doing what you love. If you're experiencing hip, knee, or shoulder pain and it's affecting your everyday activities, it may be time to schedule a consultation with one of our highly skilled orthopedic surgeons. Our fellowship-trained surgeons specialize in outpatient joint and shoulder replacement. We may be able to get you home on the same day of your procedure. As the official healthcare and sports medicine provider of IU Athletics, IU Health will give you the expert care you need close to home. Call 812-333-2663 or visit iuhealth.org/BloomingtonOrtho.
Hoosier fans, choose chill. Coors Light is cold lagered, cold filtered, and cold packaged for a smoother finish. It's got that crisp, refreshing taste that makes those moments when you choose to rise above the noise and choose chill even better. Coors Light is an official beer sponsor of IU Athletics, so crack one open and take a sip. Coors Light, choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2025 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado, beer.
It's game time, Indiana. Whether you're streaming the big game, running your business, or keeping your home secure, Smithville keeps you connected. With blazing fast internet, crystal clear voice, and smart security, Smithville is your hometown MVP. Proud to power Hoosier Nation as the official telecom partner of IU Athletics. Stick with the home team, Smithville. Learn more at smithville.com.
Back here at Simon Scott Assembly Hall, Indiana 12 and Lindenwood 4. 11:32 to go here in this first half of play. Hoosier fans, visit IUbench.com now and register for your chance to join the Hoosier men's basketball team for a unique on-court experience, including your own candy stripe pants at the Michigan State game, March the 1st. It's brought to you by Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance.
Well, offensively, at the start of this game, it looks a little bit like the halftime game when it's the firefighters versus the police, and they go out there and nobody can make a shot. That's really what it's been like, especially for Lindenwood. 2 of 15 done to start this game. It's just been a real struggle to make anything at the offensive end. And honestly, Indiana looks a little out of sorts too offensively. Only 35% shooting from the field and an uncharacteristic 4 turnovers. And this is the challenge. It's just getting up for every single game. I mean, Indiana's still off to a nice 8-point lead because of how bad Lindenwood has struggled scoring the ball. But this is not the Indiana offense that we saw in the first few matchups. They've really come out not looked as sharp as we've seen at times this season.
Coors Light, Mount Cold Refreshment, choose Chill, official beer sponsor of Indiana Athletics. Celebrate responsibly. And in that context, we now have 3 free throws coming. And this will be Jeremiah Talton, a 6'6 junior from Quincy, Illinois, at the free throw line. And his first shot up there was good. First point of the ball game for Talton. He averages 6 points per contest. They have 5 players on this Lindenwood team that average in double figures, but so far tonight it's been slow picking.
Yeah, slow start for sure.
For Indiana, for Lindenwood, and for Indiana for that matter. Second shot by Talton's also good. He has one more coming. 12-6 now. Could be 12-7 if he hits the third, and he does exactly that. 3 points for Talton, and now Lindenwood back on defense, and the Hoosiers back in the attack. Tucker DeVries back in the ball game. Connor Enright is 2. Bounce pass comes to Tucker. Tucker lobs it into Reed Bailey, who drives in, lays it up, and scores. He gets fouled in the process, and Clayton Jackson will pick up the personal.
Yeah, it's a great set out of the timeout from Coach DeVries there. Lindenwood's switching screens. Instead of going off that ball screen, you slip Reed Bailey straight line to the basket. His team's overhelp on these ball screens. You got to dive, and that's exactly what Bailey did. He finished it for the and 1.
And Bailey throws it up and misses the free toss. So back the other way comes Lindenwood. It's 14-7. Ball in the hands of Clayton Jackson. Jackson dribbles it out front, then slides it to the left side on the wing. Guarded by Tatum Conaway, throws it outside to Talton. Talton gets it off to Dontrez Williams, who drives down to the right baseline, brings it back outside. They get it to Clayton again. He lobs it inside to Jadis Jones. He drives inside. Good spin move, throws it up, missed it. And the rebound's tipped up, and I think it was off Tucker DeVries that it went.
Yeah, Jones is going to get credit for it. Leading scorer on this Lindenwood team. He's shooting over 80% from the field, and that was a good effort there.
Here's a pass to Reed Bailey, who slips another screen, goes inside, trying to put up the shot. He gets fouled in the process, and he'll go to the free throw line for 2. And this time the personal foul is going to be whistled on Jeremiah Talton. So his second personal foul.
And it doesn't help when your leading scorer for Lindenwood's not getting many looks. And a guy that's averaging over 17 points per game, Jones, he just hasn't really been able to get a lot of quality looks inside the paint, shooting over 80% because he loves to live inside the paint and try to score around the rim. But Indiana's size is really affecting him right now.
Bailey's free throw is on its way, and this one goes down. So Reed now has got his third point of the contest. And Nick Dorn checks to the sideline for Indiana. Out go Lewis, Jackson, and Talton now for Kyle Gerdeman's team. And Bailey's second shot rims out. And back down the court now, 3 new faces in the ball game. Not new, but 3 faces that are new to this section of the ball game. Here's a pass down low. They get it inside. Goes to Jadis Jones. He throws up a little left-hander, and this one goes down. Jones gets his 4th point of the ball game, and now it's 15-11, and Indiana's lead is evaporated down to 4. Here's a pass outside to Connor Enright. Bounces to Reed Bailey. Bailey turns, looks, wants to hand it off, and gets it to Tucker DeVries down low. He gets fouled on the play by Futrell, and he will go to the line. Aeneas Futrell picks up his first foul.
And Tucker does such a great job reading that dribble handoff. If you overplay it and try to take away the 3, he will back cut you. And that was a great read there by DeVries. He back cuts on the baseline, gets a nice little bounce pass from Reed Bailey, and goes up strong to get to the free throw line.
So DeVries with 3 points to his credit on a 3-point shot early in the ball game. Gets his 4th point with that first free throw. He'll get a second. He's averaging 73% at the free throw line this year. And averaging 17.8 points a ball game. And he's got his 5th there with a second free toss, and it's 17-11 IU. Something on the floor out there. The official walks out and sticks whatever it was that he picked up in his pocket. And the inbound will come from Futrell. He gets it in to Makai Cooper. Cooper brings it up against Connor Enright. Gets it across the timeline. Drives to the right side. Goes down to the wing. Throws it outside to Futrell for a long 3 try that's way off the mark. It goes out of bounds. It'll belong to IU. He just barely touched the outer rim. And so Indiana gets the ball back. Looking to see if they make any changes here. And Nedidich is back in the ball game. Up the floor, Conaway for Indiana. Dayton dribbling against Cooper, gets it to Tucker DeVries. He throws in the corner to Connor Enright. 3 on the way. Yes! And Connor Enright drills his first 3 of the night. And Indiana's out to a 9-point lead now, 20-11. Here is Cooper with the basketball for Lindenwood. Gets it up to Futrell. He will. And here's Lamar Wilkerson stealing the basketball. Takes it inside down low. Gets knocked around, but still puts it up and in. And Lamar's got his first 2. And suddenly Indiana's on top by 11. Now, here's Cooper. Brings it back up the floor. Cooper across the timeline. Cooper guarded by Connor Enright. Starts it to the left, then Burrows back to the right, and there's a foul call offensively on Jadis Jones. And that'll be his first in the ball game.
Yeah, Indiana on a little run right now. Made their last 4 field goals, 22-11. This is an opportunity right now with 9 minutes left in this first half. Just continue to put the pressure on this Lindenwood offense. That ball pressure at the top of the key has been so good. Connor Enright doing what he does best, making life miserable for the offense.
DeVries across the timeline, gets it to Wilkerson, to Reed Bailey, top of the key, turns around, give and go to Lamar down low. He gets fouled, he'll go to the line. And Lamar taking his time where he's still down on the court. Hope that's not something that he's really hurt. Helped up. And looks like he is trying to figure out if he's okay or not. Kind of limping a little bit back to the free throw line, out to the top of the key. I think he's okay. Walked it off. 22-11 Indiana, 8:53 to go here in the first half. Lamar with 2 points to his credit on a field goal just recently, and that shot is up and in. His third point of the ball game at the line. He'll have 1 more, hitting 75% of his free tosses. 23-11. Indiana stretching the lead all of a sudden with 8:53 to go in the half. Second shot missed. And rebound, Nenadic gets it out in the hands of Clayton. And Clayton Jackson gets it across the timeline. Takes it to the right wing, pulls it out on the perimeter, then gives it off to Cooper. He bounces it away into Jones and back outside to Cooper. Now inside, a little layup missed. And the rebound taken out of there by Reed Bailey. Bailey will force it up the floor, dribbles it hard, gets it across to Tucker DeVries. Tucker holds on to it. Now drives it to the left side, down to the baseline. Mismatch there inside, puts up a little 10-footer, won't go. Rebound taken out of there. Back comes Cooper with it for Lindenwood. Left side pass comes to Jones. Jones turns around, has it stripped, knocked away into Nenadic's hands. He throws it a jump pass. They throw it back in the corner. They're whipping around the perimeter. They get an open 3 look, and Cooper missed it. And the rebound, nope, he couldn't. He stepped out of bounds trying to save it. So Indiana will get the ball back with 8:02 to go here in the first half.
You got to like it if you're Lindenwood there. That's great ball movement. I think all 5 guys touch the basketball on that possession. And you get a wide open look on the left wing with Cooper, who, you know, coincidentally is 0 for 5 from the field so far. So he has really struggled shooting the ball. But it's good offense. At the end of the day, you got to make a basket. And right now, Lindenwood has really struggled. 3 of 19 now. Indiana's getting stops. This could be danger zone right now for Lindenwood.
Sam Alexis with the basketball. On the dribble, Alexis came back in, gives to Tucker DeVries. Now to Lamar Wilkerson. Quick 3 on the way, no good. Rebound taken out of there by Talton. Down the floor, they get it to Makai Cooper. Throws it out to Nenadic. He fires up a 3. It's off the mark. Rebound tipped in the air, and Sam Alexis clears the board for Indiana. Down the floor, Wilkerson again. Takes it into the lane, kicks it out to Tucker DeVries. DeVries holds on to it, then bounces to Alexis. Alexis out of the perimeter, gives to Wilkerson. He tries to drive in, throws up a runner, got it. And Lamar starting to heat up a little bit. He's got his 5th point. 25-11. Here's a drive by Jackson, then back to Cooper. Cooper gives it back outside to Dontrez Williams, and ball was deflected out of bounds. It'll belong to Lindenwood, and we got timeout. 7:11 to go here in this first half. Indiana leads 25-11. We're back in a moment. This is IU basketball on the CareSource Radio Network from Lindenwood. Lindenwood. What am I talking about? Back in a moment. This is IU basketball on the CareSource Radio Network from Learfield.
It's no coincidence that Neil rhymes with deal, because that's something you can always count on with the leader in tires and auto repair for nearly a century. Neil Tire is committed to giving you the best deal on a set of Falcon tires. Stay safe on the roads this basketball season as you travel to all those Indiana Hoosiers games. Visit neiltire.com to schedule an appointment and to find the location nearest you. As always, nothing beats a Neil deal.
Hoosier fans, Harrow Fish Incorporated has been making a difference across Indiana since 1985 as the premier provider of mechanical systems, including heating, air conditioning, plumbing, and process piping. Whether it's a large facility, business, or home, or if you want to work with a local company that is the best at what they do and supports the community, be sure to call HFI for your next project and see how they can make a difference for you.
Oh, I'm right where I belong.
Looking for your next vehicle? Why not buy from a name you know and trust? This year, Curry Auto Center is celebrating 110 years of service. That's 5 generations of local ownership. Locally owned means we treat you like family. Whether you're eyeing a powerful GMC truck, a sleek Chevy, or a luxurious Buick, we've got the selection, the deals, and the people you can count on. Come celebrate 110 years with us at Curry Auto Center. Time tested, price perfected. Online at curryautocenter.com.
Here at Simon Scott Assembly Hall, 25-11. Indiana leads Lindenwood with 7 minutes, 11 seconds remaining here in this first half of play. Don't forget to join Coach Darren DeVries at 7:05 on Monday nights, or Kerry Moore on Monday nights throughout the season for Inside IU Basketball, presented by J.C. Bank, hosted live at Hoosier Hanks East off of College Mall Road in Bloomington. And our next show is this coming Monday, and it will feature Darren DeVries. So we hope you'll join us at 7:05 at Hoosier Hanks next Monday.
Wilkerson's getting a little involved, not just shooting the ball, but he's playing some defense. The last couple possessions, he's really denied the wing. He got one steal, almost got another steal right before the break. You're struggling shooting or getting your looks, get some turnovers at the defensive end, get out in transition, get some easy ones here to get your confidence going.
Cooper inbounds to Jackson, and Jackson takes it to the right side, burbles it back out to the top of the key, pitches it off to Futrell, down low to Nedidich. Nedidich against Sam Alexis, trying to work his way into the lane, throws up a little hook shot, won't go. Rebound taken by Futrell, however, a second chance. Williams inside, he throws it up, he had his shot deflected, got it owned back again, puts it back up and misses, and Nedidich inside, throws up a little hook, and he missed. They get another rebound. They throw it away right into Lamar Wilkerson's hands. And Indiana gets it back, and Connor Enright will bring it up. Enright gets it across the timeline. Enright on the dribble to the left side. Still on the move, takes it to the right, throws it back left to Lamar. Wilkerson drives the baseline, and the ball stripped away from him. Williams got the steal. Here's Cooper on the break. Off to Jackson in the corner for 3. He missed it. Futrell with a rebound. Another offensive board. Now another shot by Cooper. He misses that 3, and Indiana's got that board. They can't shoot. Here is Trent Sisley. Right side jump shot is on the way and good.
Sisley can shoot a little bit, especially when you let him get his feet set. That catch and shoot 3 has been so good for him in the corner. That wasn't quite the corner, but in transition, he got his feet set on the right wing and knocked it down.
27-11 Indiana. Jackson with the basketball, slides it to the right side, down low, throws it up, got it. That was a nice drive that time by Clayton Jackson, who gets his first 2 points of the game.
Yeah, it's just a grind. College basketball is so tough when you struggle shooting the 3. There's so many athletes and athletic bodies inside the paint. If you can't stretch a defense, you're really going to struggle to score in today's college game, and that's what we've seen here in this first half. I mean, Lindenwood's got some athletes. They look long and physical. They just have really struggled shooting the ball, and they're just not bigger than Indiana, so they've struggled to score around the rim as well.
And Jackson makes a 3-point play there for Lindenwood. It's 27-14 now. 5:41 left in the first half. Here's Connor Enright to Lamar Wilkerson to Sam Alexis. Alexis turns around, guarded by Robert Lewis. Back outside, he goes to Connor Enright. He gets it to Tucker. DeVries with it. One dribble, gives it up, throws to Connor. Enright, 10 on the shot clock. And looks at left, throws it in the corner to Tucker. DeVries 3 on the way. It's good. Tucker DeVries' second 3 of the ball game. He's got his 8th point. And Indiana jumps out to 30-14 lead. Here's Clayton Jackson across the timeline. Throws it in the left corner. He gets it to Talton. Talton gives it back outside to Jackson. Jackson top of the key, and now offensive foul on Robert Lewis. And that'll be his second of the ball game.
Yeah, Enright was a little out of position and a very heady play there as he saw. He almost gave up a three. That's almost a flop right there. That's a great effort, but he understands the game. He understands that the roll guy was going to be right in his way. Rather than avoid the roll guy, he went right into his chest and then fell down. It's a really heads-up defensive play from Enright. He draws a foul for Indiana.
Indiana now with a 16-point lead in the ball game. Here is Connerway. Connerway back in the game, gives to Tucker in the right corner. He dribbles it into the lane, turns around, throws it back outside. Connerway's got it, gives it off to Tucker for another three try, and off the mark this time. Rebound taken out of there by Jadis Jones, who's back in. Jones drives to the top, gives it off to Futrell for a long three. He missed, and Josiah Miles comes up with his first rebound. Off the floor, down the floor to Connerway. Connerway on the right wing, drives to the baseline right side, throws it out in the corner to Nick Dorn, who fires up a three, and he hit it! And Nick Dorn shoots in his first points of this contest. 33-14, and Indiana starting to stretch it now to a 19-point advantage. Here's Jackson with the basketball. Jackson slides to the right side, guarded by Connerway, and going to have a foul call, I think, on Tatum. That would be his first of the game.
Yeah, he's picking up all the way to the half-court line, trying to apply some ball pressure there. And that's a great moment and teaching lesson for young basketball players. You get that type of pressure, sometimes you've got to attack that pressure, and Jackson from Lindenwood did a really nice job not allowing the pressure to affect him. He attacked the rim, got it into the body of the defender, and drew the foul.
So the ball comes into Lindenwood. Jadis Jones has handed them to Futrell, and his shot is blocked out there. Nice job by Indiana defensively that time. 33-14. Lamar gets it to Josiah Miles. He pops up a three, and he rims it off the front of the rim. No good. Back the other way. Lindenwood on the attack. This is Williams. Throws it up. Blocked away by Sam Alexis. Back into the hands of Jadis Jones. He throws it up. Missed. Rebound fought for. Nedinich came up with it, and we're going to have a foul called on Indiana. That'll be a foul on Alexis. So I take it back. Is it on? Okay, so it was on Connor Enright, right? No, Alexis? Okay. All right. Try to figure this out, folks. So Alexis called for the personal foul on Sam. That will be his first. We have time out of the floor. 3:34 left in the half. Indiana up 33-14. Back in a moment. This is IU Basketball, the CareSource Radio Network from Learfield.
Electric Plus is a full-service electrical contractor with offices in Bloomington, Avon, Kokomo, and Lafayette. We work hard to deliver big wins for our customers, leading the league in new construction, modernization, and service repairs. Our team specializes in industrial, commercial, and residential work with 24/7 emergency coverage. We are 100% employee-owned through our ESOP, meaning every job is powered by people who have a stake in our success. Just like the Hoosiers aim to be the best, the mission of Electric Plus is to be the best electrical contractor, period. Visit electricplus.com to learn more. Go Hoosiers!
Odds are, while you may be an expert baker,
Thanks, Grandma.
or hip shaker, you likely don't spend time thinking about advanced medical treatments or research. So IU Health is here with the expert healthcare 9 out of 10 Indiana doctors have chosen for their patients' care. Because whether you're an expert DIYer or expert high fiber, trust the experts more Hoosiers do. Indiana University Health, no matter the odds. IUhealth.org.
Hoosier fans, have you ever wanted to put on your own candy stripe warm-ups and hang out on the court with the team before the game? This season, the Hoosier men's basketball team is looking for an honorary pregame team member for the Michigan State game on March 1st, and it could be you. Go to iubench.com and register for your chance to join your Hoosier men's basketball team for an experience that includes bench seats during warm-ups, candy stripe pants, and game tickets for 4. Again, that website is iubench.com. Brought to you by Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, a proud partner of your Indiana Hoosiers.
Here at Simon Scott Assembly Hall, Indiana, 33. Lindenwood, 14. 3:34 left in this first half. Looking to buy, sell, or build a home but don't know where to start? Call the trusted agents at Trueblood Real Estate, the official real estate partner of Indiana Athletics.
Now again, the defense carrying Indiana in this first half. Very similar to the Incarnate Word game. where Indiana really limited Incarnate Word's production at the offensive end, and really stifling the top three leading scorers. We've seen something very similar here in tonight's ball game. Jadis Jones from Lindenwood really struggling to get looks in the half-court sets, and Indiana, because of that defense, out to a 19-point lead here with just over 3.5 minutes left to go here in this first half.
Okay, Cooper will inbound for the Lions, and he looks, gets it in to Jones, back to Cooper. He fires up a little 15-foot mid-range jump shot and knocks it down, his first points of the game. 33-16 Indiana. Across the timeline, this is Conaway with a basketball. Throws it out to Tucker DeVries. Tucker faked the three, throws it back outside to Conaway. Conaway now takes it to the right side. Down low, tries to pin, spins into the lane or bolt, gets it in outside to Lamar Wilkerson for three, and that one doesn't go. Alexis clears the board. Out to Tucker, he fires a three. It doesn't go. Rebound taken out of there by Nenadic. Back down the floor, Nenadic on the dribble across the timeline. He feeds it over to Cooper. Cooper bounces it back to Nenadic on a give and go. He misses the jumper, and Sam Alexis with another board. He is all over the place. 33-16 IU. Here's Conaway. Give and go to Sam inside. Throws it out the corner to Dorn. Dorn's three on the way is no good, but he stepped on the out-of-bounds line. And it is a turnover for Indiana. They got 7 turnovers here in the first half, and that is really uncharacteristic.
Yeah, 4 early ones. That one was a shot that I think Alexis could have taken about 5 feet from the rim, but instead made the extra pass, which you're okay with. But I just don't think it was there. And just one too many passes sometimes can really hurt you.
Here's Dontrez Williams on the dribble, throws it out to Makai Cooper. He goes left side to Nenadic. Nenadic against Sam Alexis. Fires it back out to Cooper. Cooper trying to work, fires up another mid-range shot that's short, and the rebound to Caden Conaway. He spins down the floor, gets him across the timeline, drives it inside, gets pounded by Cooper, and Cooper gets called for the foul. That'll be his first.
Yeah, Conaway's got a little wiggle to his game, and right now that ball's on a string, and the way he changes speeds and changes directions makes him a really tough guard, and it's just a really tough assignment for Cooper there to try to keep Conaway in front of him, and Tatum's able to get to the free throw line.
So Conaway goes to the stripe with 5 points. He hit a 3 early in the ball game, along with a regular 2-point field goal. And so Conaway hitting 81% of his free throws this year, going to the stripe, averaging 12 points a ball game, and that one rattles in. His 6th point of the contest, and he'll have an opportunity for number 7. 34-16. Indiana's had the lead as high as 19 at this point. And Connor's second shot misses off the back of the rim. Rebound, this is Futrell with it. He gives to Makai Cooper, and Cooper brings it up. Hits it across the timeline for Lindenwood. Drives to the right, throws it over to Jadis Jones. A little mid-range jumper doesn't go. And it's Trent Sisley who's in the ball game, gets the rebound. Down the floor to Conaway. Conaway on the dribble, fires it off to Lamar Wilkerson. Little 15-foot range shot is no good. Rebound tipped in the air and batted out to Dontrez Williams. Back up the floor, Williams with the ball, slides it to the right side, cut off, throws it to Futrell, who drives inside, throws it up, and banks it in. And Futrell comes up with his first 2 points. 34-18, a minute 35 to go here in the first half. Indiana on top. Now across the timeline, Conaway with the ball. He feeds it over to Sam Alexis. Alexis holds, looks, takes it left to Conaway, and an offensive foul was called on Indiana. And they're going to whistle on Sam Alexis for personal.
Yeah, illegal screen. Indiana does a ton of dribble handoffs, a ton of ball screens at the top of the key. They love to take that big far away from the basket to try to space you out defensively. But the key is you've got to keep your feet set after that handoff. Officials have really prioritized the moving screen over the last few years. And that time, Sam Alexis, I agree with the call, just not set as he's setting that screen on the left wing.
So we have a short timeout being taken here with a minute 21 to go in the half, and Indiana up 34-18. And while we have a moment, fans, let's paint Indianapolis crimson on Saturday, December the 6th, when IU basketball battles Louisville in the CareSource Invitational at Gainbridge Fieldhouse at 2 p.m. Tickets are going fast, so get yours now on Ticketmaster.
And it's one of those games you hope that your team finishes well going into the second half. I mean, you've done your job. You're up 16 points here.
just under a minute and a half left. If you let Lindenwood just make a couple baskets here down the stretch, all of a sudden it's a 10, 12-point game, and you feel just not great about your effort. But if you can get it out to 20 going into the second half, you feel great about where you stand here with a chance to win the ballgame.
Okay, the inbound comes to Makai Cooper. He brings it across the timeline, drives to the left side, feeds it over to Dontrez Williams. He moves on Trent Sisley down low, throws up a wild shot, and the rebound's taken by Tucker DeVries. Down the floor to Connor Enright. Off to Lamar Wilkerson. Long three in the way, no good. Rebound taken by Jadis Jones. Indiana's having the same kind of problems they had the other night against Incarnate Word, struggling with a three-point shot occasionally. And here's a steal by Reed Bailey, picks it up, tries to save it, and does. Gets it to Tucker DeVries. DeVries down the floor, finds Trent Sisley in the left corner. Back out to Enright. Enright drives inside, bounces it into Bailey. He has his shot blocked from behind, and it goes out of bounds, and it'll belong to IU.
That's the athleticism there. I think that was Jones, who, as I mentioned before, the leading scorer, but also a big, strong 6'5", and he came from the weak side there to get the block and stopped Reed Bailey from getting a wide-open two-hand slam.
Inbound comes to DeVries, lost the handle, got it back, gives it to Connor Enright, throws it outside. Down inside the 30-second mark. Here's a drive by Lamar Wilkerson. Back out it comes to Sisley for three. Can't get it to go down. Jadis Jones comes up with a rebound. Lindenwood back in the attack. Down to 16 seconds here in the half. Ball in the hands of Makai Cooper. Cooper slides it to the middle of the floor, then takes it down low, gives it off to Nendenovich. Nendenovich drives it inside, throws it outside. I think that ball apparently was deflected by an Indiana player with 1.9 seconds to go in the half.
Yeah, protect the rim here. Watch the lob. Over the top, try to get a contest on a three. Lindenwood does not have much time here with just under 2 seconds.
Inbound's going to be Makai Cooper, looks to get it in, and he does. He gets it. It's deflected away by Connor Enright and out of bounds. So with 0.9 seconds now, they got time to catch it and basically shoot it. So Makai Cooper lobs it in, tipped away into Connor Enright's hands, and that'll do it. That's the end of the first half. Nice defensive play there. Indiana will go to the locker room here at halftime. The score reads, Indiana Hoosiers 34, Lindenwood Lions 18. And we will have the start of our halftime show coming your way in just a couple of minutes, brought to you by Prairie Farms. John Herrick will present it with statistics, interviews, and more. This is IU Basketball, the CareSource Radio Network from Learfield.
Did you know the cure for testicular cancer was discovered at IU? At the IU Simon Comprehensive Cancer Center, our more than 300 researchers are never daunted in their work to beat cancer. Support the researchers delivering life-saving breakthroughs. Join the IU versus Cancer team. Learn more at cancer.iu.edu. That's cancer.iu.edu. Together, we're one team. IU versus Cancer.
Visit Bloomington and South Central Indiana's Royal on the East Side today for a large selection of new and used Subaru, Volkswagen, and Audi vehicles. Their large and diverse selection of both new and used vehicles ensures that they have the vehicle for you, no matter what it is you're looking for. Stop in and visit them today. Conveniently located just across from College Mall on 3rd Street. Check out RoyalOnTheEastSide.com or call 812-332-3333. So why wait? Come test drive a new Audi, Subaru, Volkswagen, or one of their many other quality used cars, vans, trucks, or SUVs. Royal on the East Side is a proud sponsor of IU Athletics.
Indiana is filled with wonderful people and places. So whether you live in Anderson or Attica and need an injury attorney, Green & Schultz Trial Lawyers will be there. Bloomington or Brazil, Gas City to Goshen, Huntington or Hammond, Green & Schultz makes it easy to help you. Jasper, Jonesville, Lebanon or Linton, Mitchell, Muncie, Plymouth and Portland, Seymour, Tell City or Union City, Warsaw, Washington, or even West Lafayette.
Green & Schultz Trial Lawyers, attorneys serving victims of injury and loss. More at greenschultz.com.
Your health is affected by a lot of things in your life, like what you eat, where you work, or even how you get to a doctor. It all connects. That's why CareSource offers so much more than health insurance. We connect you to the resources in our community that make your life better so your health can be better too. But the most important connection we're making in Indiana is with you. CareSource. Care that connects. Connect with us now at caresource.com.
Merchants Bank is a unique bank and has a proven track record as one of the nation's top performing banks.
As rates move up and down, our rates are always at the top. At Merchants Bank, what you see is what you get. A great rate. Earn 4.25 APY on all money market balances. No gimmicks or hidden fees. Hop on over to where your money is safe, secure, and earning more. Merchants Bank, an official partner of Indiana University Athletics. Member FDIC. HopOnOver.com.
Hoosier fans, depend on Master Rental for all your rental equipment needs. Whether you're a contractor in need of an excavator or a homeowner doing a weekend deck project, Master Rental is the only place you need. They're your go-to resource for all your home and garden maintenance needs. With the largest, most current rental fleet in the area, including Bobcat, Echo, Exmark, Honda, and Simplicity, Master Rental is your full-service rental provider. Let us take care of you like we take care of Hoosier Village.
On the CareSource Radio Network. From Learfield, Hoosier basketball is on the air. Brought to you by Indiana University Health is proud to be the official healthcare and sports medicine provider of IU Athletics. And by Smithville delivers fast fiber internet, voice, and smart security with Hometown Hustle. Learn more at smithville.com. Now, from the Smithville Broadcast Center, this is Hoosier Halftime.
And at the half of this one, it is all Hoosiers as they lead Lindenwood 34-18. And it's our halftime show presented by locally made, naturally delicious Prairie Farms. Indiana jumped out to a 10-0 lead before Lindenwood scored their first points of the game. Indiana led by as many as 19 in that first half, and they lead by 16 right now. And that was a first half that saw 7 players score for the Hoosiers. We'll give you the full statistical breakdown when we come back in a moment. You are listening to Indiana University basketball on the CareSource Radio Network from Learfield. Hoosier fans, Harrow Fish Incorporated has been making a difference across Indiana since 1985 as the premier provider of mechanical systems, including heating, air conditioning, plumbing, and process piping. Whether it's a large facility, business, or home, or if you want to work with a local company that is the best at what they do and supports the community, be sure to call HFI for your next project and see how they can make a difference for you.
Did you know the cure for testicular cancer was discovered at IU? At the IU Simon Comprehensive Cancer Center, our more than 300 researchers are never daunted in their work to beat cancer. Support the researchers delivering life-saving breakthroughs. Join the IU versus Cancer team. Learn more at cancer.iu.edu. That's cancer.iu.edu. Together, we're one team. IU versus Cancer.
Introducing Hoosier Game Day Lager, the official craft beer of Indiana University Athletics. Brewed by Upland Brewing Company in Bloomington, this smooth, refreshing beer embodies Hoosier pride with iconic cream and crimson candy stripes. It's the perfect companion for every game. Whether you're cheering in Memorial Stadium, Assembly Hall, or watching from home, IU Athletics are always better with beer. Find Hoosier Game Day Lager at Upland's 9 family-friendly locations, your local liquor store, neighborhood bar, and everywhere Upland beers are sold. Upland Brewing Company reminds you to drink responsibly. Go Hoosiers!
At Kroger, you never compromise. You get high quality and low prices. Like you never compromise your meal with our spring salad mix, guaranteed fresh. And you never compromise your budget with low prices in every aisle. And you never compromise your appetite with our golden brown bread that's baked fresh in store. And you never compromise your wallet with our low prices. Kroger shoppers never compromise. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
This copyrighted broadcast is an exclusive presentation of Learfield under the broadcasting rights granted by the trustees of Indiana University. Reuse of this presentation is prohibited without the expressed written consent of the university and Learfield. Announcers are provided by Learfield and approved by the university.
Hoosiers on top of Lindenwood, 34-18 at the half here at Assembly Hall. I'm John Herrick with your first half statistics, which are brought to you by Old National Bank, your trusted financial partner. Find out more at oldnational.com. It was a struggle for Lindenwood in that first half. They were 6 of 38 from the field, which is 16%. They were 0 of 10 from 3. Indiana was 12 out of 32 for 38%. They were 5 of 16 from 3. That's 31%. They were also 3 of 5 at the line. That is 60%. Individual scoring for the Hoosiers. Tucker DeVries leads the way with 8. 6 points for Tatum Connerway. 5 for Lamar Wilkerson. 4 for Sam Alexis. 3 each for Connor Enright, Reed Bailey, and Nick Dorn. And Trent Sicily has 2. For Lindenwood, they are led in scoring by Jadis Jones, who has 4. 3 points each for Jeremiah Talton and Clayton Jackson. And 2 points each for Milos Nedicic, Anias Futrell, Robert Lewis, and Makai Cooper. All of them have 2 points apiece. As far as other stats go, Indiana's bench is outscoring Lindenwood's bench 9-4, and they have 5 points off of the Lindenwood turnovers. Lindenwood has not scored any points off the Indiana turnovers. Lindenwood's committed 9 of them. Indiana has 8 giveaways. When we come back, we'll check the Coors Light out-of-town scoreboard and have much more. You're listening to the Indiana University basketball on the CareSource Radio Network from Learfield.
Hoosier fans, you have the power to save lives. Did you know that just one organ donor can save 8 lives? And the need for life-saving organ donations is real. There are more than 100,000 people waiting right now. At IU, we know what it means to be part of something bigger than ourselves. We stand together for passion, for pride, for purpose. And today, we stand for the gift of life. Visit DonateLifeIndiana.org to sign up as an organ donor today. Say yes to organ donation and bring on tomorrow.
Hoosier fans, choose chill. Coors Light is cold lagered, cold filtered, and cold packaged for a smoother finish. It's got that crisp, refreshing taste that makes those moments when you choose to rise above the noise and choose chill even better. Coors Light is an official beer sponsor of IU Athletics, so crack one open and take a sip. Coors Light, choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2025 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado, beer.
In this town, we know toughness. We fight through pain, get knocked down, and get back up. At Athletico, we bring that same heart to recovery. We don't just treat injuries, we see your drive, your purpose. We build recovery plans around your goals. Because you've already done the hard part. Now comes the power, the confidence, the comeback. Move like you mean it. Start today at Athletico.com. Proud partner of the Indiana Hoosiers.
Oh, I'm right where I belong.
Looking for your next vehicle? Why not buy from a name you know and trust? This year, Curry Auto Center is celebrating 110 years of service. That's 5 generations of local ownership. Locally owned means we treat you like family. Whether you're eyeing a powerful GMC truck, a sleek Chevy, or a luxurious Buick, we've got the selection, the deals, and the people you can count on. Come celebrate 110 years with us at Curry Auto Center. Time tested, price perfected. Online at curryautocenter.com.
Not far away from starting the second half here at Assembly Hall. Indiana 34, Lindenwood 18. Before we go any further, though, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to Indiana University basketball. Let's take a quick look at the Indiana women's sports calendar. The women's basketball team plays Gonzaga this Friday afternoon at 1:30. The volleyball team has #1 Nebraska this Saturday night at 6. The women's swimming and diving team battles Cincinnati December 5th, and the track and field team has the early bird meet December 12th. Now let's check the out-of-town scoreboard presented by Coors Light. #1 Purdue in the Bahamas playing Memphis, and Purdue leads 30-29 with 1:15 left in the first half. Nebraska plays New Mexico coming up at 7. Chicago State has Iowa. Ohio State plays Western Michigan tonight at 8. And Troy battles USC for a 10 o'clock start this evening. This out-of-town scoreboard was presented by Coors Light. Mountain Cold Refreshment. Choose Chill. Official beer sponsor of Indiana Athletics. Celebrate responsibly. Don?
Well, obviously Indiana, this kind of looked the same as Incarnate Word kind of at halftime. It just wasn't as cohesive as what we've seen out of Indiana before, but yet they're leading leading it right now by 16 points.
Yeah, I agree. I think the defense has carried this lead for the first 20 minutes. Lindenwood has really struggled shooting the basketball. You know, a lot of people talk about coaching, X's and O's, what offense are we going to run? Sometimes you just got to have guys that can put the ball in the hoop. And Lindenwood does not have a lot of guys that can just shoot the basketball. And Indiana has forced them to drive to the basket. They just don't have the size and athleticism to score and finish around the rim. Jones has really struggled. Some of their shooters have not looked like shooters at all. And Indiana is out to the 16-point lead, really on the backs of their half-court defense.
Well, Jones has only scored 4 points, and he is an 82% field goal shooter on the season, and he has been a guy that takes a lot of shots. So he has really struggled in this ball game, and that, to your point, defense has been the key for Indiana.
Jones is getting the ball in some decent spots on the court, but, 5 feet from the rim, he's just not able to finish over Indiana's size and athleticism. The Hoosiers are being physical with him, but it's a different ballgame. You play a bigger, stronger team like in Indiana, and Jones is figuring that out here in the first 20 minutes.
All right, our halftime show's been brought to you by locally made, naturally delicious Prairie Farms. We'll return for the start of the second half in 2 minutes. This is Indiana University basketball, the CareSource Radio Network from Learfield.
Hoosier fans, you have the power to save lives. Did you know that just one organ donor can save 8 lives? And the need for life-saving organ donations is real. There are more than 100,000 people waiting right now. At IU, we know what it means to be part of something bigger than ourselves. We stand together for passion, for pride, for purpose. And today, we stand for the gift of life. Visit DonateLifeIndiana.org to sign up as an organ donor today. Say yes to organ donation and bring on tomorrow.
The Agio Marine is proud to be the official pontoon boat sponsor of Indiana University Athletics. Located right here in Indiana, the Agio is proudly family-owned and operated. You'll love the Agio's complete lineup of pontoon boats featuring a bold, innovative new look, plush, luxurious furniture packages, vibrant new LED lighting packages, and unmatched construction. For the hottest thing in pontoons, visit ViaggioPontoonBoats.com. That's VIAGGIO pontoonboats.com.
Hey, Hoosier fans, it's college football season, and SeatGeek is the official ticket marketplace of Hail Marys and walk-on heroes. SeatGeek makes it easy to find tickets so you can be a part of all the action this season. Whether you're buying or selling tickets to Indiana football games or to any other live event in your area, SeatGeek is the place to do it. SeatGeek is the official ticket marketplace of the Indiana Hoosiers. Let's go Hoosiers! SeatGeek.
Discover your sanctuary at Hillview Country Club, a premier membership experience located in Franklin, Indiana, where beautiful fairways meet top-tier amenities. Join a community of passionate golfers and enjoy exclusive access to our welcoming course and refreshing aquatic activities. Hillview Country Club, where your best game begins.
Welcome back to Simon Scott Assembly Hall, Indiana 34, Lindenwood 18. As we get ready to start the second half of this ball game, the Hoosiers dominating on defense in the first half, not shooting it nearly as well as they have previously, just 35% here in the ball game at this point. And that may be correct or incorrect. We have no idea because our stat monitor is really squirrely so far this evening. They currently have 32-18 on our computer stat board, but it's 34-18. I'm surprised it's not flipped, and Lindenwood is leading. We'll see.
That's some struggling here with the stats, and you'll notice I haven't given a lot of stats in the first half just because I haven't fully known exactly what's been going on here. But I do know Indiana's defense has been dominating here.
Here is Makai Cooper with the basketball. Out near midcourt, bounces to Nedidich. Nedidich looking for help. Dribbles to the right, guarded by Breed Bailey. Now he hands it back off into the hands of Jackson. Clayton Jackson puts up a jump shot and knocks it in. Clayton Jackson has his 5th point of the ball game, and it is 34-20. Indiana up 14. Across the timeline, ball in the hands of Tatum Connerway. Connerway on the slow bounce out, gets it off to Lamar Wilkerson. Into the lane he goes, turns around, looks for help, lobs it back to Connerway. Again to Wilkerson. Wilkerson back out of the perimeter, gets to Bailey, then top of the key to Tucker DeVries. He whips it left to Connerway in the corner, fires a three, misses it. Rebound tipped in the air, and Jadis Jones comes away with it for Lindenwood. Back the other way. Makai Cooper, guarded by Connor Enright. He gets it to Jackson on the right wing. Back out to Cooper. Now to Nedidich. Nedidich driving on Bailey down low. Throws up a shot. Won't go, but he does draw the foul on Reed Bailey, his second.
Yeah, Nedidich struggled in the first half as well, but you look at his size and the way he handles the ball, and on paper, you're like, hey, we got a player here, but he just really struggled shooting the basketball. Stats say he was 1 for 7 in that first half and had a couple open looks. Just not able to put the ball in the basket. That was a really nice drive there on the fake handoff.
Nedidich with 2 points in this contest, averages 12.4. And now he's got his third point of the game as he hits the first of 2. Then he fries folks, not happy with that. And one more shot coming to Milos Nedidich out of Maine, Kitchener, Ontario, his home country. He's got his 4th point. And it is 34-22. And the first points of the second half belong to Lindenwood. 4-0 here in the second half. Across the timeline, bounce pass comes to Tucker DeVries on the right wing. Tucker works on Jones, gets it into Lamar Wilkerson. Lost the handle, got it back. Into the lane he goes, turns, puts up a little jump runner. Wouldn't go down. At Indiana can't get the rebound. Lindenwood does, and they're back on the attack again. Here is Cooper with the drive. Top of the key, goes left side. Cotter cuts him off, gets it off to Jackson. Clayton Jackson now drives it to the top, into the lane, lost the handle, scramble 4, picked up by Jones. Jones down low, brings it back out on the right side. Now works against Tucker in low, throws up a shot, won't go in the rebound. Jones got his own, throws it up and missed it. He was fouled by Reed Bailey.
Again, that offensive rebound is really all that Jones has had here today. That was a good first initial contest there from Indiana. And Jones, just as we mentioned at halftime, struggling to score over that physical defense inside the paint. He's getting the ball about 5 or 6 feet from the basket. It's exactly where he wants it. He's just not been able to finish. But that second effort gets him to the free throw line here.
So here Jones has got 4 points thus far, a pair of field goals, and that free throw goes down, so he's got his 5th point of the game. Sam Alexis will take Bailey's place, and Trent Sisley will take Connerway's place as they come to the sideline. 34-23. Indiana right now in an 11-point lead, and again, Lindenwood trying to bite into it to start the second half and does exactly that as Jones now gets his 6th point. The last 2 at the free throw line. It's a 10-point game now. 34-24. Up the floor, ball in the hands of Connor Enright. Slides left with a pass, goes to Trent Sisley, down to Sam Alexis, top of the key. Alexis hands off to Lamar Wilkerson. And Wilkerson has it taken away, but it was a foul call. And they're going to whistle this one against Makai Cooper. That'll be his second. So first team fouled against Lindenwood in the second half. Indiana will get the ball out of bounds. And Connor Enright will trigger the inbound, throws it into Sam Alexis. Alexis turns around, looks for help, throws it back out to Tucker DeVries. Tucker now works to the left side, gets it into Alexis's hands. He gives it back to Lamar Wilkerson. Open 3, rims it no good. And the rebound taken by Trez Williams. Down the floor to Jones, slams into Connor Enright, and they're going to call a blocking foul on Connor.
Yeah, Connor Enright is really done a nice job this season with his positioning defensively. He's been trying to take charges. I think maybe he's gotten one this season. Most of the time he's been getting called for these blocks. I thought his body was there, just moving his feet. I thought Jones dipped his shoulder there. That could have easily been a charge. Connor's just not getting the benefit of the doubt here.
Jones puts up the free one. This one rattles in. He gets his 7th point of the ball game, and he's hit 3 for 3 here in the second half. And he can take this thing down to an 8-point ball game if he knocks this one in. Second shot. It's good.
That 8-0 run here to start the second half. Is that right?
Yep. Indiana has not scored a point yet, and we're almost 2.5 minutes in. Here down the floor, and Wright gets it to Sisley. Trent takes it to the top of the key, throws it right to Tucker DeVries. He fakes right, throws left, flop, cross courts to Lamar Wilkerson, but he can't get a shot off. Clayton Jackson on it, throws it back out to Sisley. Trent gives it to Connor Enright. Now off to Alexis. Sam hands it back to Connor on a drive baseline. Gives it out to Alexis. Bounces inside to Sisley. He puts it up. He missed it. And a rebound to Nenadic. Nobody able to get a shot to fall here yet in the second half. Almost 3 minutes gone. Here across the timeline, Makai Cooper. Cooper down low into Nenadic, and he slams it home.
Heck of a job by Cooper there. Took his time on that pick and roll. Waited, used a little fake with his head, got the defense to commit to him, and then dumped it down to Nenadic, and that was just a heck of a play there by Cooper.
And timeout is called by Darren DeVries, and we take a full break here with 16:56 on the clock. And Indiana has yet to score a point in the second half, and the lead has dipped to 6. Back in a moment. This is IU Basketball, the CareSource Radio Network from Learfield.
From city centers to rural towns, Hoosiers are facing big challenges. Indiana University is right here with you, working together to find new ways forward. Our graduates fuel the workforce and strengthen communities. Our research drives real change in people's lives. We show up, we do the work, and we solve what's next. Indiana University. Bring on tomorrow. See what's next at iu.edu/impact.
We know to contact Indiana 811 at least 2 working days before every dig. But did you also know spraying a white line around the area you plan to dig means utility flags will only go in that area? Fewer flags in the yard? Easier mowing? Everybody wins.
Everybody except my kid. I don't want to mow the yard.
Everybody except for your kid wins. Contact Indiana 811 at least 2 working days before picking up a shovel. It's the only way to dig. Learn more at 811.safedigindiana.com.
Oh, I'm right where I belong.
Looking for your next vehicle? Why not buy from a name you know and trust? This year, Curry Auto Center is celebrating 110 years of service. That's 5 generations of local ownership. Locally owned means we treat you like family. Whether you're eyeing a powerful GMC truck, a sleek Chevy, or a luxurious Buick, we've got the selection, the deals, and the people you can count on. Come celebrate 110 years with us at Curry Auto Center. Time tested, price perfected. Online at curryautocenter.com.
Back once again here at Simon Scott Assembly Hall. This Indiana ball club right now has not scored a point in the second half. We're 4 minutes in, or almost 4 minutes in, and it's 34-28. They have chopped off 8 points off of that lead since the start of the second half. Fans, IU Credit Union's exclusive provider of the IU Athletics MasterCard debit card. Choose yours from your 6th grade IU designs and show your Hoosier pride. See them online at iucu.org. IU Credit Union, official partner of IU Athletics.
Yeah, the ball move's just not been as crisp as we've seen at times this season. The shooting, obviously not as crisp. Indiana, I don't know if it's a confidence thing or what, but here in the second half, Lindenwood, as you mentioned, Don, have gone out on a run and cut this lead all the way down to 6 here in the first 3 minutes of this second half, and they're coming out here in a full court press to change up their look.
Connor Enright gets it to Peyton Connerway, and he gets it across the timeline. Gives it to Connor Enright. Enright circles to the right, dumps it inside to Lamar, and Wilkerson lays it in. A beautiful pass, and Indiana comes up with a nice, easy basket there, 36-28 IU. Ball in the hands of Clayton Jackson. Jackson brings it up, working against Enright. Jackson works to the left, throws it to Nenadic. Nenadic on one dribble, gives it back up to Dontrez Williams, throws it right in the hands of Connor Enright, breaking down the floor. Connor Enright, or rather Peyton Connerway, and he gets hit on the top of the head as he goes up with a shot. Doesn't make it, but he'll go to the line, and he's making sure he's not bleeding out there as he pats that head a little bit, and I think he's okay.
And Williams hustled back from Lindenwood after a horrible pass in the half court. Probably the worst pass I've seen all night long. Felt like he had to make up for his team, sprinted back, a hard foul on Connerway, and could have been a very dangerous play there. Full court, sprinting down the court in transition, got ball first, but definitely fouled him.
Peyton's got 6 points on the night, but he misses that free throw. That's his second miss. He was 1 for 2 in the first half, and now he misses his second. Indiana's free throw shooting tonight is suspect again. 3-point shooting is suspect again. And to this level, that's not good. 7 points down for Connerway as he picks up that second shot to go down. And it's 37-28 now. So the Hoosiers have put 3 on the scoreboard here in the second half. Ball in the hands of Clayton Jackson, gets it to Nedinich. And Nedinich, top of the key, gives to Futrell. He pumps a 3 and he knocks it in. And Aeneas Futrell gets his 5th point of the ball game and a big 3 there. Again, the lead is cut to 6, 37-31. Here is Conaway giving to Tucker DeVries. Tucker had it knocked away by Jones. Gives it to Alexis. Sam now one dribble. Gives it up to Connor Enright. Not to the give and go to Alexis. Almost traveled there. Got away with maybe a little bit of a pulled foot. Now Enright with it. Throws it cross court to Clayton Conaway. He drives, gets it into Tucker DeVries, lays it up and got it to go.
It's a heck of a pass there. The shot clock's winding down. Conaway finds DeVries. That was big time.
10 for Tucker. Now Clayton Jackson with the basketball. Dumps it into Jones. Jones spins into the lane. Left-hand layup, no good. Rebound taken out of there by Alexis. Indiana breaks it down the floor again. And now it reach-in foul. And that was not a good foul by Nedinich. But it's just his first, I believe. So we have 39-31 on the scoreboard. We'll take our official television timeout here with 15-12 on the clock here in this final half of play. And Indiana leads by 8, 39-31. Back in a moment. IU Basketball, the CareSource Radio Network from Learfield.
Did you know the Hoosier Lottery is the only lottery named after its people? That means you.
Me?
Yep. And you.
Me?
Yes. And all of you. Us? That's right. And we believe all of you could enjoy some play in your day. Even better, when you play Hoosier Lottery games, you support Indiana. Since 1989, you've given back more than $7 billion to good causes across our state.
Nice.
When you think of it like that, there's so much to play for. Hoosier Lottery, champions of play. Must be 18 or older to play. Please play responsibly.
Sharp Business Systems of Indiana is proud to be an official technology solutions provider of IU Sports Properties. SBS Indiana is best known for our great document solutions, such as copiers and printers. But here at SBS, we also offer a full line of professional audio-visual solutions, including touchscreen video boards with integrated speakers and microphones, complete with professional installation and service. This state-of-the-art technology can improve both communication and interaction in offices and classrooms alike. To find out more, go to sbsindiana.com or call 317-844-0033.
As you take a mid-game stretch, remember that win or lose, AAA Hoosier Motor Club is always there for you. Join AAA and gain peace of mind all season long with roadside assistance available 24/7, 365 days a year. And did you know AAA is also a full-service independent insurance agency? That means they'll compare different insurance company quotes to always provide you with the best coverage at the best price. Visit AAA.com or stop by your local branch today.
Back once again here at Simon Scott Assembly Hall, Indiana 39, Lindenwood 31. We have 15 minutes and 12 seconds remaining here in this final half of play. Green and Schultz Trial Lawyers, where injury law is our field and justice is always the goal. We're here for you when accidents happen and it matters most. Bloomington, Indianapolis, and at greenschultz.com.
They're still hanging on to this 8-point lead. Not the start you wanted, though, if you're Indiana here in this second half. Offensively, slow start. Defensively, Lindenwood started to make a couple shots here and there. Still not great for the Lions, but much better than that first half. And what was a 16-point lead at halftime has shrunk all the way down here to 8 with just over 15 minutes left to go here in this second half.
Connor Enright inbounds to Tatum Conaway. Conaway dribbles to the left side, drives it, pulls back, dribbles it out to the top. Tried to get it inside of Sam Alexis, got it back. The whistle blows. We got a foul called, and Futrell reaches in and gets called for a personal. That'll be his second. So now, okay, they say it's on Jackson. So Clayton Jackson picks up his second. Inbound comes to Tucker. Tucker and DeVries with the ball against Makai Cooper now. Gets it off to Conaway. Conaway looks, throws it back off to Wilkerson for a 3 try. He just continues to struggle from the 3-point line for the second straight ball game. Here's Futrell the other way. Pitches it out in the corner to Jadis Jones. He pulls up and tried to take it inside and got fouled on the play. Let's see who they call this one against. It's going to be against Tucker DeVries, and that will be his first.
That's the first straight line drive Jones has had on the baseline. Nobody there until it was way too late. DeVries had to slide over, but by then, 2 feet from the basket, Jones just uses that athleticism, rises up, and draws the foul.
So Jones goes to the stripe, and he misses this one off the front of the rim. Now that'll get the Finney Fries folks going down there in the student section.
Oh, they want the Finney Fries here. I got a good feeling about this. The Finney Fries are smelling.
I don't think it's going to happen. I was wrong. That's the radio kiss in reverse right there.
That's right. Finney Fries. You got to have the app, though, right? I've got the app. I downloaded it.
Well, we had another foul called on the play at the end of that. And who was the foul on?
It was on the rebound.
Dontrez Williams?
Yeah, loose ball foul.
Second on him.
So Indiana had the ball here up by 8. You got to do something here at the offensive end. Get this crowd into it here. It's been a lackluster start offensively here in the second half.
Talton is the man who's just come into the ball game for Williams. Here's a drive by Connor Enright. Spins and a nice give and go to Tucker DeVries, but he missed the shot. Sam Alexis tried to come up with a rebound. Ball's out of bounds, and I think it's going to belong to Lindenwood. It is. So Indiana continues. And I can see the frustration in Darren DeVries down here. He's had some real deep breaths as he's watched things unfold.
That was point-blank layup. Just missed it.
Across the timeline, Tolton with the basketball gives it off to Makai Cooper. Cooper drives to the right side on the wing, bounces down low to Jones. Back outside to Futrell for a 3 try. This is off the mark, no good. Tapped away, and Connor Enright comes up with it. Enright down the floor, lobs it into Sam. Alexis underneath, puts it up with the left hand, draws a foul on Robert Lewis. And Lewis picks up his 3rd foul of the game.
Yeah, Conaway is so good in transition, keeping his eyes up, finding the open man. That time it was Sam Alexis who did a great job from the 5 position, running right down the middle of the court, establishing that position right underneath the rim, and Conaway found him.
Sam has got 4 points in the ball game and a pair of field goals in the first half. 39-31 is the score right now. Sam trying to take it up to a 10-point lead if he can make them both, and he got the first one. Ironically, Sam comes into this ball game, or comes into this season, I should say, as a bad free throw shooter. He's hitting 84% right now, which is about as good as anybody at this ball club. Has one more shot coming here, trying to make it a 10-point lead, and got it. Sam Alexis got 6 points in this contest, and Indiana's back on top by 10. Across the timeline, this is Jadis Jones, gives it outside to Makai Cooper. Cooper on the dribble, cut off by Connor Enright, gives it back to Cooper. He fires up a 3-pointer, no good. Rebound, Alexis inside, and a foul call on Nedidich, I believe.
A little bit of life here in this crowd. Indiana's getting some stops. 10-point lead here. That was a nice contest. Great block out from the Hoosiers, able to come up with that defensive board.
Nedidich called for the foul, his second. And they'll go to the other end, 1-1. So Sam Alexis will be at the free throw line once again. Got a chance to get this lead up to 12 if he can knock them both down. 6 points in the ball game. 2 for 2 is just finished at the stripe, and now he goes back for more if he can get him to go down. And hierarchy little free throw, 7 points for him.
Now we've seen some bad free throw shooters over the years. And his form does not look like a bad free throw shooter. And this year it's been great. I am a little surprised that he has struggled when it comes to percentage in years past.
Well, he has, and he's got 8 in this ball game, and he's now hitting it better than 84% of the season. 43-31, Indiana finally taking it out to a 12-point lead. Got the fans into it again. Clayton Jackson will bring it up. Jackson gets it across the timeline. Working against Connor Enright, throws it out to Nedidich. Nedidich hits it back to Jackson. Jackson drives it to the baseline, throws up a bank shot, and it's still good. Alexis for a rebound. Enright forces it up the floor, gets it to DeVries, in the corner to Dorn. Dorn drives inside, throws it up, missed it, but draws a foul. And so Nick Dorn will go to the free throw line.
Good decision by Dorn there. Indiana got out fast in transition. Got the ball to Dorn in the left corner. That defense was flying to that contest. Rather than take a contested shot, little shot fake drive, use that big body to draw the contact, get to the free throw line.
And we got a timeout call here by Lindenwood, so this will be a short one. We'll tell you this as we take the break. It's CareSource, offering benefits that go beyond health insurance, like one-on-one help to find a steady job, access to healthy food, or a dependable ride. When your life is better, your health can be better too. CareSource, care that connects.
I think the Lions got the lead all the way down to 6 at one point here in this second half, but a scoring drought approaching 3 minutes here has really hurt their ability to stay in this ball game. 0 of their last 4 from the field, and Indiana's taken advantage here. 6-0 run over the last 2 minutes has gotten this lead back up to 12 with Doran at the free throw line shooting too. So you make it 14 here. Crowd's starting to get in it. There's some energy back in the building. Lindenwood's going to be feeling some pressure here to try to put up some points to keep this a contest.
Indiana has Enright, Alexis, Dorn at the free throw line, Connerway and Tucker DeVries in the lineup right now. Futrell, Talton, Nedenovich, or Nedidich is in there as well. Dontrez Williams back in the ball game, and Clayton Jackson for Lindenwood. Free throw by Nick Dorn is good. Dorn has his 4th point of the ball game. Nick is reputed to be a really good outside shooter, especially the 3-point job. And that second shot is good. And Dorn has got his 5th point. We just haven't seen enough of him and enough of his consistent play to see what kind of 3-point shooter he is, but they say he's one of the top 3 in this ball club. Here's a drive across the timeline by Clayton Jackson. Jackson with the basketball out on the perimeter in the midcourt area, and now working it left side to the top of the key, into the lane, pulls up, gives it back outside to Colton, then back off it comes right side to Williams. Indiana defense good here. And here's a foul on Connor Enright. Now, Clayton Jackson, I should say, was pretty smart in that play because he just leaned right into Connor that time, and Connor didn't have any way to get out of the way.
Yeah, trying to fight over the top on that ball screen. Yeah, you're right. It was a smart play by Jackson. Didn't shy away from the contact. Kind of went right into the contact. That draws the foul. I think the shot clock was winding down there. It's going to reset here back to 20. Lindenwood's ball.
I think that's the 3rd foul at Enright. Here is Nedenovich, and he throws it away into the hands of Tatum Connerway. And he lost the ball, and out of bounds it goes. Indiana will have it. So no turnover there, but Tatum never saw the people behind him coming up. And he got knocked away, but it went out of bounds off of one of the Lindenwood players. Here's Cooper coming back in the game, and Colton heads to the sideline. So does Dontrez Williams. He heads to the bench. And Jadis Jones is back in. Futrell's in there. Inbound comes from Connerway for IU. Into Tucker DeVries for a 3 from the corner, and he hit it. Tucker DeVries, now he's got 13 points. 3rd 3 for him tonight. 48-31. Indiana jumps the lead back out suddenly to 17. And a real drought here for Lindenwood. Here's the ball almost stolen, but picked off by Clayton Jackson. Jackson with it on the right perimeter. 10 of the shot clock. Jackson turns, drives it down to the baseline. Got away with a travel there. Ball stripped away, out of bounds. Should belong to Indiana. It will. Turnover. Good defense again.
Great defense. Sam Alexis with the ball pressure. Connerway fronting the low post there. Getting just enough of that basketball to get the deflection off of Nenadich. And Indiana gets another stop here. 11-0 run over the last 3 minutes for Indiana.
Indiana basketball. Lamar Wilkerson will bring it up. Gets it over to Tatum Connerway. Connerway gets it across the timeline. Connerway on the dribble at the midcourt line. Cooper on him tightly. Connerway throws it back left to Tucker DeVries. Tucker now drives it to the wing, gives it off to Lamar Wilkerson. Wilkerson looks, finds Tucker, and there's a throw. That's a grab foul by Clayton Jackson, who literally had a hold of Tucker DeVries' jersey, pulling on it. The official says you can't do that, and Jackson picks up his 3rd foul. So we have time out of the floor. Indiana 48. The lead's back to 17. Lindenwood 31. 11:59 left. Back in a moment. This is IU Basketball, the CareSource Radio Network from Learfield.
Hi, I'm Christian Lawrence.
And I'm Brad Lawrence at Goldcasters Diamonds and Fine Jewelry. And we just want to remind you how much the woman in your life really does love you.
Wow, but Dad, how can you know that?
Well, she puts up with his sports, doesn't she? She's letting him listen to the game right now.
True.
Because she is your biggest fan.
Always cheering you on.
So come to Goldcasters
for a little sparkling gift that reminds her
that you're her biggest fan too.
Goldcasters at 2nd and Washington in Bloomington.
From city centers to rural towns, Hoosiers are facing big challenges. Indiana University is right here with you, working together to find new ways forward. Our graduates fuel the workforce and strengthen communities. Our research drives real change in people's lives. We show up, we do the work, and we solve what's next. Indiana University. Bring on tomorrow. See what's next at iu.edu/impact.
Hoosier fans, choose chill. Coors Light is cold lagered, cold filtered, and cold packaged for a smoother finish. It's got that crisp, refreshing taste that makes those moments when you choose to rise above the noise and choose chill even better. Coors Light is an official beer sponsor of IU Athletics, so crack one open and take a sip. Coors Light, choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2025 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado, beer.
Back here at Simon Scott Assembly Hall, Indiana 48, Lindenwood 31, 11:59 left. And from tip-off to overtime, Smithville's got your back, internet, voice, and smart security that keep you connected and protected. Choose your home team. Learn more at smithville.com.
Now, Lindenwood has really struggled with the fouls here in this second half, and Indiana starting to make them pay from the free throw line. 12 of 15 from the charity stripe here in this ball game. 19 fouls already for Lindenwood with 12 minutes left to go in this ball game. Indiana's physicality around the rim has really put the Lions in some trouble here. And with a 17-point lead, if you can get a ton of free throws here down the stretch, I have a tough time believing Lindenwood has enough offense to get back into this ball game. Indiana's in a great position right now, and I believe it's going to be Alexis at the free throw line here, shooting 1 and 1.
So back out of the floor, Indiana sends Tucker DeVries, Sam Alexis, Nick Dorn. Dorn is out there once again, taking Conaway and Lamar Wilkerson, and it'll be Tucker at the free throw line.
Yeah, that's even better. Tucker DeVries at the free throw line.
DeVries with 13 points in the ball game, 2 for 2 at the stripe in the first half, and hasn't shot one until now here in the second half, and that one goes down with nothing but net, and he's got his 14th point of the game. Tucker, a really good shooter, has 3 threes tonight, most by anybody. Nobody else has got more than one, and he hits them both. 15 now for Tucker DeVries. Indiana jumps the lead to 19, 50-31. 11:57 left in the contest. Indiana starting to stretch it out once again. Cautionary tale. Indiana had about a 19-point lead at about this point in the game against Incarnate Word. Here is the pass left side into Futrell's hands. He tries to grab it, throws it into Cooper. Cooper back out to Futrell for a 3, and he hits it. He is a good 3-point shooter, and he's got his 8th point of the game, his second 3 of this contest. 50-34. Indiana, Peyton Conaway with a basketball across the timeline with it. Works toward the right side, then lobs it into Sam Alexis, top of the key. Sam got away with 2 travels that time. Gives it over to Tucker DeVries. Tucker fakes. Now tries to drive into the lane. Gets it in there, fades, fires up a shot, and hit it. Tucker DeVries with his 17th point. Nice little fadeaway jump shot from about 12 feet. 52-34, Indiana. Here is Cooper to Williams. Williams on the right wing. Spins back to the right side. Works his way inside and then misses the layup. He was right there at the rim, couldn't get it down. Here's Lamar Wilkerson, gives it to Tucker. DeVries takes it to the left wing. Turns around, looks for help. Throws up a long 3 and he hits! Tucker DeVries has got 20 now, and he's starting to get on fire here. That's his second 3-pointer of the half, and his 4th of the ball game.
55-34, and that gets the fans excited. Biggest lead of the contest. Jones gets the pass from Cooper. Jones gives it back up to Futrell. Futrell drives down low, throws up a runner, won't go, and it draws a foul. And I think they're going to nail DeVries with the personal. We'll see.
Futrell has done some nice things here, knocked down a couple threes in this ball game. He's a long, athletic guard. Not a great ball handler, but man, he's shown the ability. If he's leaving wide open, he can knock it down. That was a good drive that time, coming off the handoff, and he was able to draw the contact, get to the free throw line here. I like what I've seen from him. I mean, with a night where they've really struggled offensively, he's really been a bright spot here offensively for Lindenwood.
55-34, that free throw drops in. It's 9 points now for Futrell. He was given, this coach gave he and I think the other player that he was looking at from a three-point perspective, I'm talking about his coach now. Futrell is one of their top three-point shooters, no question about that. And, you know, Nedved is another guy that can shoot the three, but he hasn't shot many tonight. 55-36, Indiana's on top with 10-10 left in this contest. Lob pass comes to Lamar Wilkerson. Throws it out to Tucker. DeVries pulls up for another three. This one fancy. It banks in. Tucker DeVries. That's a heat check shot, I guess. 23 points for him now. Here's a drive left side, and Jadis Jones takes a long one, and he can't make it. Lamar Wilkerson drives it down the floor, gives it outside to Dorn. Dorn tries to take it inside and draws a foul. And this personal is going to be whistled.
Foul number 24.
That's Talton, his third foul of the ball game. And that'll send Nick Dorn to the free throw line once again.
Yeah, DeVries had his hands up looking for the ball in transition about 30 feet from the basket on the right wing. He is absolutely feeling it right now. 5 of 9 from downtown.
Nick Dorn misses his first free throw. And he's now 2 of 3 in this ball game. He was 1 of 2 coming into the contest, but he's seen very little playing time. This is just the third game this year that he's been available for. And this one, second shot is good. He hits his 6th point of the ball game. And Indiana's got a 59-36 lead now over Lindenwood as Indiana starts to take this game out of the hands of the Lions if they can continue to play like this. Here is Makai Cooper on a drive, pulls up, down low he goes to Lewis, inside, throws up a shot, won't go, rebound Lamar Wilkerson. Lamar brings it back up for IU, finds Conaway on the right side on the perimeter. Tatum with the dribble, bounces down low to Sam Alexis. Back out to Tucker in the corner for another three. Off the rim this time, and the rebound taken out of there by Talton. Down the floor to Cooper. Down to the corner to Futrell for a long three. This one's no good. The rebound tip and battle for, and Lamar comes away with it again. Wilkerson on the attack. Lamar takes it inside, scoops it up, and missed the shot. Rebound taken out of there once again by Lindenwood. Here's Futrell. Right side, throws it outside to Jadis Jones. Down on the side, he tried to pull up, throws it outside to Cooper. Cooper now tries to penetrate. He gets in the lane, forces one up, and it rolls around and drops in. And Makai Cooper's got his second basket of the game, his 4th point.
Indiana looks a little gassed right now. A lot of up and down here. You guys walking up the court here. I'd expect them to take a lot of time off this shot clock here and run a set.
8.5 minutes to go, 59-38 Indiana. 19-point lead, they got a 21-point lead. Here is the pass outside to Tucker. DeVries gets in the corner to Lamar. Wilkerson fakes, drives inside the lane, lost the handle, and couldn't get it back. Cooper comes up with it. Cooper the other way to Talton. Talton now pulls up in the corner, gives it off to Robert Lewis, back outside to Cooper. Cooper dribbles out to the perimeter and then gives it to Lewis. Again, top of the key. They go to Futrell. Futrell tries to drive it, pulls up for a mid-range shot. It won't go, and the rebound taken by Conaway. Indiana slows it down a little bit. Conaway will walk it up. 59-38, Indiana on top by 21. 7:45 left. Conaway looks it right, bounces down low to Alexis. Alexis spin move, throws it out to Tucker. DeVries against Jadis Jones. Circles to the right, throws it back left to Lamar in the corner to Connor Enright. Back out it comes to Conaway for a three. It's off the mark, no good. Connor Enright comes up with a rebound to Wilkerson for three, and he hit it. Lamar Wilkerson's got his 10th point of the ball game, and Indiana's got the lead back up to 22. Make it 24, 62-38. Now we got a whistle and a short timeout taken here by Coach Kyle Gerdeman of Lindenwood. Get things to slow down because Indiana's starting to stretch it out pretty good with 7:13 to go. And they're going to take the full timeout this time. So it's 62-38 IU. Back in a moment. This is IU Basketball on the CareSource Radio Network from Learfield.
It's no coincidence that Neil rhymes with deal, because that's something you can always count on with the leader in tires and auto repair for nearly a century. Neil Tire is committed to giving you the best deal on a set of Falcon tires. Stay safe on the roads this basketball season as you travel to all those Indiana Hoosiers games. Visit neiltire.com to schedule an appointment and to find the location nearest you. As always, nothing beats a Neil deal.
Get back to doing what you love. If you're experiencing hip, knee, or shoulder pain and it's affecting your everyday activities, it may be time to schedule a consultation with one of our highly skilled orthopedic surgeons. Our fellowship-trained surgeons specialize in outpatient joint and shoulder replacement. We may be able to get you home on the same day of your procedure. As the official healthcare and sports medicine provider of IU Athletics, IU Health will give you the expert care you need close to home. Call 812-333-2663 or visit iuhealth.org/Bloomington Ortho.
Electric Plus is a full-service electrical contractor with offices in Bloomington, Avon, Kokomo, and Lafayette. We work hard to deliver big wins for our customers, leading the league in new construction, modernization, and service repairs. Our team specializes in industrial, commercial, and residential work with 24/7 emergency coverage. We are 100% employee-owned through our ESOP, meaning every job is powered by people who have a stake in our success. Just like the Hoosiers aim to be the best, the mission of Electric Plus is to be the best electrical contractor, period. Visit electricplus.com to learn more. Go Hoosiers!
Back once again here at Simon Scott Assembly Hall, Indiana on top 62-38. Indiana on top of Lindenwood as the Hoosiers right now kind of taking control of this basketball game. Don't forget to join Coach Darren DeVries or Terry Moore at 7:05 on most Monday nights throughout the season for Inside IU Basketball. It's presented by JC Bank and hosted live at Hoosier Hanks East off of College Ball Road in Bloomington. And our next show is coming Monday, and that will be Coach Darren DeVries on that show. So we hope you'll join us at Hoosier Hanks.
Well, unselfish play has really been the staple of this Indiana offense in the first few games of this season. And that last three by Wilkerson was a great example of it. He has really struggled shooting the ball here tonight, but Tucker DeVries has not. 5 of 10 from three, but rather than take a heat check three, DeVries passed up an open look from the right wing and found a wide open teammate at the top of the key in Wilkerson. Unselfish play leads to good quality looks at the offensive end.
Here's Makai Cooper with the basketball. Slides to the left wing, guarded by Lamar Wilkerson. Almost had to take it away twice, but throws it outside to Dontrez Williams. Williams now goes right side into a Clayton Jackson for a layup, a little running bank shot, and Jackson knocks it down for his 7th point. 62-40, Indiana on top. Here is Peyton Conaway, throws it inside to Trent Sisley, who lays it up and in. What a pass that was. Conaway was up in the air when he decided to hit Sisley with the pass because it looked like he was going to shoot it. Sisley comes up with a 2-pointer, his 4th point of the game. Now Jackson with the basketball, drives it outside. He finds Lewis for a long three, and he airballed it. Robert Lewis is not a guy that takes a lot of three-point shots. He has taken, that would be his 8th of the season in 6 games now. So he's made 2.
2 of 8.
And that was an air ball.
That was not even close to hitting the rim.
Across the timeline. Ball to hands of Peyton Conaway. In the court to Lamar. Wilkerson throws it cross court to Trent Sisley for a 3 from the corner, and he missed. And the rebound taken out of there by Makai Cooper. Back the other way in a hurry, driving it right side, puts up a shot, doesn't go. Rebound banks in the air, right into the hands of Robert Lewis. That ball hit somebody, deflected in the air to Lewis, and he laid it in. And so Lewis picks up the 2-pointer, and that will be his 4th point of the game.
It's like he hit somebody in the head. It was maybe Sisley. A bunch of bodies underneath there going for the defensive board, and just went right into Lewis's hands down. And he was a beneficiary of a bad bounce for Indiana and a chance at a 3-point play. But that's one of those 50-50 kind of loose ball rebounds that you just got to come away with if you're Indiana.
Wilkerson's first foul of the ball game, and he checks to the sideline. Robert Lewis at the line and fires it up there and got it. So Lewis converts the three-point play, and that is his 5th point of the ball game, and we've got a 21-point contest. Reed Bailey in the game for the first time in a while, and he gets fouled by Lewis. So Lewis gets called for the personal, and that will be his 4th. So he's in some danger now. That's going to bring Nedidich back into the ball game for Lindenwood.
I don't know why you would do that if you're Lewis, unless you want to come out of the ball game. I just don't know why. Never seen that.
Bailey misses the free throw. Reed tonight, and he started out as a really good free throw shooter of the season, but he has struggled here of late. He had a couple of misses in that game against Incarnate Word, and he's had 3 misses in this contest tonight. And that's not good, and Reed hits that one, so he's now picked up his 4th point of the ball game. But Indiana's lead at 65-43, a 22-point advantage. Here is Clayton Jackson with a basketball. Driving it to the top, into the lane, dumps it off to Nedidich. Nedidich tries to work his way against Bailey, throws it up, couldn't get the roll, rebound. Finally, Reed had it, lost it again. And now, Dontrez Williams outside to Cooper for a 3. And he hit it. Makai Cooper has got his 7th point of the ball game. And they cut it back inside the 20-point mark. It's 65-46, a 19-point lead for Indiana. Here's a drive by Connerway into the lane. Gives him in to Reed Bailey, and he gets it stripped away, but out of bounds. It'll belong to Indiana.
I don't know how that's not a foul.
Don't know.
Yeah, it's right in front of the official there. It's a good pass by Connerway. Reed Bailey goes up strong. It's slapped right on the wrist, and it's no call there. I've got headphones on, much farther away than the official, and I can see and hear it from here. I don't know why they don't call that.
Connerway is getting ready to pass the inbounds. Josiah Miles, or actually Reed Bailey comes out. He'll get another rest. Sam Alexis is back in. Sisley will break. Connerway will try to inbound it, and he gets it down to the corner to Sisley. Sisley drives it into the lane, spins, forces up a little left-handed wild shot. He got his own rebound and put it in. Trent Sisley's got his 6th point. That was a nice effort there. The wild shot wasn't necessarily what you were looking for, but he got his own rebound and put it back in. Here is Makai Cooper outside to Jackson. Clayton Jackson on the dribble left side. Dumps it inside to Jadis Jones, and Jones couldn't handle it. It went out of bounds, and Indiana will get it on the turnover.
Yeah, 21-point lead here. Lindenwood just does not have the offense to get back into this game. I think if you're Coach DeVries with a big lead like this, just under 5 minutes left, you want to see your team run crisp sets here in the half court. Try to get a good shot each and every possession.
Here's a drive by Connerway inside, lost the handle, out of bounds. It's going to belong to Indiana. Connerway drove it down there. Somebody got a piece of it when he tried to go up for the shot. It went out of bounds, and they say the ball was knocked out by a Lindenwood player. Dontrez Williams checks the sideline. Futrell, their 3-point shooter, is back in. And Connerway gets it into Tucker DeVries. Tried to grab it. Now he's got it. In control with the basketball. Tucker tried to back down Futrell. Turns, looks, forces up a shot, won't go. Rebound tip, banged around 4, and finally picked off by Jackson for Lindenwood. He drives it the other way, throws it up. No. Rebound partially deflected in there. Whistle blows. Traveling violation on Nedidich. And Nedidich gets called for the turnover there. That is the 5th of the second half and the 14th for the ball game now for this Lindenwood club. Indiana had 8 turnovers in the first half. Sloppy play for them, but they've only had 1 here in the second half. So that's about their average of 9 for a ball game. Let's make sure that they don't turn it over any more than that.
And they started slow, but since then, once Lindenwood cut the lead down to 6, Indiana on a huge run and has got this thing all the way up to 21 points, firmly in control of this ball game.
And right back in the ball game, he brings it up. Connerway sitting down. Connerway right on the dribble, working against Cooper. Slides it to the left. Now drives it back to the right. Throws it inside to Sam Alexis, inside against Nedidich, and Sam has his shot blocked by Nedidich, and he gets the rebound and drives it up the court. Nedidich pulls up, stops, throws it back out to Jackson. Jackson, top of the key, backs it back out once again. They reset in the half court.
3:45 to go in the ball game. Indiana's up 21 points. Here's the drive by Jackson Wright. Throws it outside to Nedidich. He throws it back in the corner to Jackson. Jackson holds on against Lamar Wilkerson. Jackson kicks it back outside. 3 on the shot clock. Here's a jump shot by Makai Cooper. Misses, and Alexis has got the rebound for IU. Back the other way. Connor Enright sprints up the court. Throws it in the corner to Nick Dorn. Back outside to Tucker DeVries. Now they get it to Sam. Off to Tucker. DeVries holds. Tried to bounce it inside. Alexis picks it up. And Sam gives it back to Tucker. He will force up a 3. Off the mark, no, but he was fouled in the process. And I'm thinking that was a 3 try. The foul call is on Jadis Jones. And so timeout on the floor with 3:08 left in this one. A little raggy-taggy tonight, but it's 67-46 Indiana with 3:08 left in this ball game. We're back in a moment. This is IU Basketball, the CareSource Radio Network from Learfield.
Your health is affected by a lot of things in your life, like what you eat, where you work, or even how you get to a doctor. It all connects. That's why CareSource offers so much more than health insurance. We connect you to the resources in our community that make your life better so your health can be better too. But the most important connection we're making in Indiana is with you. CareSource. Care that connects. Connect with us now at caresource.com.
It's no coincidence that Neil rhymes with deal, because that's something you can always count on with the leader in tires and auto repair for nearly a century. Neil Tire is committed to giving you the best deal on a set of Falcon tires. Stay safe on the roads this basketball season as you travel to all those Indiana Hoosiers games. Visit neiltire.com to schedule an appointment and to find the location nearest you. As always, nothing beats a Neil deal.
Hoosier fans, you have the power to save lives. Did you know that just one organ donor can save 8 lives? And the need for life-saving organ donations is real. There are more than 100,000 people waiting right now. At IU, we know what it means to be part of something bigger than ourselves. We stand together for passion, for pride, for purpose. And today, we stand for the gift of life. Visit DonateLifeIndiana.org to sign up as an organ donor today. Say yes to organ donation and bring on tomorrow.
Back once again to Simon Scott Assembly Hall. It's Indiana 67, Lindenwood 46, 3:08 remaining. On the go, want to stay connected to live college sports anywhere in the country? Download the free Varsity Network app. It's available on Apple and Android with new features this season. It's easier than ever to listen live and keep up with your favorite teams. Don't miss a moment. Get the Varsity Network app now.
Not the cleanest game, but you look back at the tape and can't remember a lot of possessions where Lindenwood was wide open in their half-court set. So defensively, you've got to be happy with the fact you've held the Lions 24% shooting from the field. They've only made 3 of 18 from downtown, which is very good. Holding the team to 46 points with 3 minutes left to go, you got to be happy about your effort on that end of the court. Shooting has been a little off tonight offensively for Indiana, but Tucker DeVries has really got it going here in the second half.
And he's got 24 points now in the ball game. He just hit that free throw. He'll have one more. He has 5 3-point field goals in this contest, and he's hit both those free throws this time. He's got his 25th point of the game. And so Indiana's lead is back up to 24 points, 69-46. And what do we got? Tucker's going to sit down. Tucker sits down. That's probably his night here with 3:08 to go. Inbound comes to Clayton Jackson, and Jackson will bring it up. Jackson across the timeline, works it left wing. Gets it outside to Futrell. Futrell drives it back inside. Feed to Jadis Jones. He gets hit. And there's a foul called against Indiana this time. And they'll whistle this one on Connor Enright. That's his 4th foul in the ball game. So it'll be Jadis Jones going to the free throw line. Jones with 8 points in this contest. He hit 4 straight free throws, but the last time he went to the line, he missed 2. And Jones will have 2 coming up here. 8 points for him tonight. He's their leading scorer at 17.3, and he knocks down that free throw, so he's got 9 now.
And now goes Lamar Wilkerson. Sam Alexis hits the sideline. Back in is Nick Dorn. Josiah Miles is in there. Trent Sisley's in there. And Reed Bailey's in there. And the second free throw also good. So Jones now has his 10th point. And Indiana gets the basketball. Enright gives it off to Josiah Miles. Miles brings it up, gets it across the timeline, works to the left, gives it to Connor. Right side pass to Trent Sisley. Sisley holds to the perimeter, then cross-courts it over to Miles. Miles drives, back out it comes. They get it into Reed Bailey. Bailey now high post, hands it off to Josiah, breaks it inside, pulls up, throws it underneath to Sisley, who tried to dunk it, got his own rebound and put it back up and in. Second time tonight that he's got his own rebound and put it back down. Sisley's got 8 points now. And here's a slam dunk by Jones, who got loose that time and nobody stopped him. He's got 12. 71-50. 2:15 to go. Here is Connor inside to Reed Bailey, into Dorn for a 3 try. He missed it. Long rebound comes to Bailey. Outside pass to Connor Enright. Connor drives it down low, kicks it out to Josiah. Miles back out to Sisley, now to Dorn. Dorn trying to penetrate, throws one up and it won't go down. Rebound taken out of there by Dontrez Williams. Up the floor to Fleury, throws up a long shot that misses, and we got a foul call. This one likely going to go against Indiana.
Yeah, Sisley pushing there on the block out. Weak side, you've got to get that block out. And Lewis had position. Great position to get that offensive board. I think if Sisley doesn't foul him there, it's an easy putback for 2. So Sisley, you got to credit him working hard. Just a little bit late there on that weak side rebound.
Lewis has 5 points in the ball game. Indiana's lead is at 21 now. 1:50 to go. And that shot is off the back of the rim, and Reed Bailey's got the rebound. Off the floor, gives it off to Connor Enright. Enright gets it across the timeline to Miles. Miles gets it to Reed. On a give and go to Josiah. It's batted out of bounds by Jadis Jones, and Jones grabs at his knee a little bit. Looks like he may be limping, and he'll head to the sideline. And they're going to unload the bench now. We got coming in for the first time in this ball game, Todd Beeg. And Tolton is back in the game. Here is Connor Enright. Gets it to Dorn for a 3. He rims it no good. The rebound comes to Tolton. Back down the floor, Futrell. Futrell drives it down to the right side, spins into the lane, pulls up, throws up a shot. It won't go. Got his own rebound and put it back in. And Futrell now has got his 11th point. 71-52, 1:20 left. Across the timeline, Enright gets it to Sisley. Back to Connor. Connor again on the wing, dribbles it back out, gives it off to Josiah Miles. He clears to Reed Bailey. Bailey on the perimeter, hands off to Dorn. Dorn lobs it into Bailey, down low, turns around, looks for help, lost the handle, scramble for it. Sisley puts it up and couldn't get it to go down, but he'll go to the free throw line.
Sisley has a nice touch right around the rim. First of all, he does a great job slashing, cutting baseline, kind of finding that open window for a teammate to find him. That's just a good loose ball there amongst traffic, gets the ball up and almost goes down, but he's done a really nice job finishing around the rim.
Man, he misses that free throw, however. He'll get a second. He's got 8 points in this ball game. Todd Beege was credited with that personal foul. Trice Grensing will check into the lineup for Indiana, one of the walk-ons for the IU ball club. And Sisley goes to the free throw line, trying to get his 9th point of the game, and does not. He misses them both, and there's a foul call on Nick Dorn. So Dorn picks up a personal.
Number 7, Nick Dorn, that's his second.
And that's his second. And they'll go to the other end for free throws this time, and going to the strike will be Todd Beege. Beege, a 6'6" graduate senior out of Quincy University, out of Quincy, Illinois. And Beege at the free throw stripe misses that one badly. He will have a second.
They already got the Finney fries, so this is just for his pride. Got to make one here. Came off the bench late in the game, got a chance to get a point.
And he slams it in. Rattles around, drops through. And Beege has his first point of the night and one of 3 points that he's had this season. Here is Josiah Miles. Over to Trent Sisley. Sisley fakes, drives, pulls up, feeds Reed Bailey. Bailey tries to work against Beege inside, puts it off the glass and in. Reed Bailey knocks in his 6th point of the night. 73-53, Indiana by 20. Futrell with the basketball. Throws it back outside. Gives it off to Jackson, and Jackson misses the
Driving shot, misses it, and Josiah Miles pulls it out of there and clears it. Or rather, Doring pulls it out of there and gives it to Josiah, and Miles gets it across the timeline. That might be it. Shot clock and game clock are almost identical. Josiah is going to hold on to the basketball, just dribble it out. Lindenwood not putting any pressure on him defensively. Indiana not going to take it in for any kind of a shot or anything like that. And this ball game will be history. Clock is winding down, and we are there. It is over. Final score, Indiana 73, Lindenwood 53 tonight as the Hoosiers pick up win number 5 on the season, and Lindenwood falls to 2-4 on the year. When we come back, we'll bring you our post-game show here this evening as the Hoosiers once again come up victorious. We'll come back with tonight's post-game in a moment. This is IU Basketball on the CareSource Radio Network from Learfield.
Hey, Hoosier Nation! Indiana University Athletics is teaming up with Grillo's Pickles to bring you, hey, wait a minute, where'd my pickles go?
I'm really sorry, Steve. I couldn't wait. It's fresh from the fridge, and these are a total game changer.
Well, that's Grillo's for you. Too good to last and the perfect courtside snack to fuel your Hoosier pride. Let's go IU!
Grillo's Pickles, the official pickle of Indiana University Athletics. Find us chilling in the refrigerated section. SPG Roofing and Exteriors is proud to be a partner of IU Athletics. Whether it's a simple repair needed or you're looking into solar solutions for your home, with our combined 50 years of experience in the roofing industry, we can provide you with the quality workmanship you're looking for, along with the respect you deserve. Call us at 317-676-5756 or visit us at spgroof.com so we can get started on your project and schedule a contactless inspection to get an idea of the property and the project. We look forward to hearing from you soon, and go Hoosiers!
Sharp Business Systems of Indiana is proud to be an official technology solutions provider of IU Sports Properties. SBS Indiana is best known for our great document solutions, such as copiers and printers. But here at SBS, we also offer a full line of professional audio-visual solutions, including touchscreen video boards with integrated speakers and microphones, complete with professional installation and service. This state-of-the-art technology can improve both communication and interaction in offices and classrooms alike. To find out more, go to sbsindiana.com or call 317-844-0033.
Indiana is filled with wonderful people and places. So whether you live in Anderson or Attica and need an injury attorney, Green & Schultz Trial Lawyers will be there. Bloomington or Brazil, Gas City to Goshen, Huntington or Hammond, Green & Schultz makes it easy to help you. Jasper, Jonesville, Lebanon or Linton, Mitchell, Muncie, Plymouth and Portland, Seymour, Tell City or Union City, Warsaw, Washington, or even West Lafayette.
Green & Schultz Trial Lawyers, attorneys serving victims of injury and loss. More at greenschultz.com.
Oh, I'm right where I belong.
Looking for your next vehicle? Why not buy from a name you know and trust? This year, Curry Auto Center is celebrating 110 years of service. That's 5 generations of local ownership. Locally owned means we treat you like family. Whether you're eyeing a powerful GMC truck, a sleek Chevy, or a luxurious Buick, we've got the selection, the deals, and the people you can count on. Come celebrate 110 years with us at Curry Auto Center. Time tested, price perfected. Online at curryautocenter.com.
Whether you're home or away, AAA Hoosier Motor Club is there for you. AAA Roadside Assistance is available to members 24/7, 365 days a year, no matter where you are in the U.S. And AAA can give you extra protection with auto, home, and life insurance. They'll even compare other insurance company quotes to make sure you're getting the best coverage at the best price. Visit AAA.com or stop by your local branch to learn more.
On the CareSource Radio Network from Learfield, welcome to the postgame show, brought to you by Finney Hospitality, The Tap, Yogi's, Social Cantina, and Smokeworks of Finney Hospitality Group are a proud sponsor of IU Athletics. Also brought to you by your Central Indiana Ford dealers are proud sponsors of IU Basketball. Visit your local Central Indiana Ford dealer today. Now, from the Smithville Broadcast Center, once again, Don Fisher.
Welcome back once again to Simon Scott Assembly Hall. Indiana 73, Lindenwood 53, and Indiana is 5-0 on the season. Obviously a ball game tonight where Indiana never let it really slide too badly other than the outset of the second half start. But Indiana actually kind of took the ball game out of their hands about maybe
14 minutes to go in the ball game, and they never really challenged that.
Yeah, defensively really locked down, and DeVries started hitting some shots. He had a really nice second half shooting the basketball for Indiana. Hey, Don, you hold a team to 53 points, you're going to win a lot of times. And Lindenwood from the jump just really had trouble tonight putting the ball in the basket, struggling scoring around Indiana's physicality inside the paint, struggled early shooting the three. Indiana got out to a lead, and then, like I said, a couple different occasions, you're out to a 15, 16-point lead against a team that's really struggling to score, and you got to feel good about your chances. And I just thought Indiana got too big of a lead for Lindenwood to have any chance of getting back into this ball game. The defense really carried the victory here tonight for the Indiana Hoosiers.
Without doubt, defense has been the story here in the last 2 ball games at this point.
It really has. Ball pressure's been good. Protecting the rim has been good. You play good defense, you're going to win a lot of games, and we have seen some pretty good defense here from Indiana. And the last 2 games, we've been able to, at the end of it, say, yeah, the defense led the way here tonight. And it's nice when you can, have some off shooting nights but still come away with a victory.
All right, we're going to pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to Indiana University basketball. Without doubt, Indiana controls the second half of this contest, even though they got off to a really slow start the second half. They were outscored, I think, 8-0, and was the run that Lindenwood had for that moment, and then Indiana kind of took the ball out of their hands. But when you think about this ball game, it does remind you a little bit of the Incarnate Word ball game, but Indiana never really let this team get back into it.
I agree. It was a big offensive kind of run that Indiana went on in that second half, and it was much needed. Lindenwood started the second half off at a really nice way, shooting the basketball, getting some stops. But then once that lead got cut down to 6, Indiana responded in a big way, went on a run themselves. I think it was north of 10-0 or something to get right back to 16-point lead. And then from that point moving forward, Lindenwood never got close. And you got to respond when teams, make a comeback, start feeling good. Do you have it in you to respond at both ends? And tonight, Indiana surely responded.
All right. Well, we return. Head coach Darren DeVries will join us for his thoughts on tonight's game. This is IU Basketball on the CareSource Radio Network from Learfield.
We know to contact Indiana 811 at least 2 working days before every dig. But did you also know spraying a white line around the area you plan to dig means utility flags will only go in that area? Fewer flags in the yard? Easier mowing? Everybody wins.
Everybody except my kid. I don't want to mow the yard.
Everybody except for your kid wins. Contact Indiana 811 at least 2 working days before picking up a shovel. It's the only way to dig. Learn more at 811.safedigindiana.com.
Did you know the cure for testicular cancer was discovered at IU? At the IU Simon Comprehensive Cancer Center, our more than 300 researchers are never daunted in their work to beat cancer. Support the researchers delivering life-saving breakthroughs. Join the IU versus Cancer team. Learn more at cancer.iu.edu. That's cancer.iu.edu. Together, we're one team. IU versus Cancer.
Your health is affected by a lot of things in your life, like what you eat, where you work, or even how you get to a doctor. It all connects. That's why CareSource offers so much more than health insurance. We connect you to the resources in our community that make your life better so your health can be better too. But the most important connection we're making in Indiana is with you. CareSource. Care that connects. Connect with us now at caresource.com.
Visit Bloomington and South Central Indiana's Royal on the East Side today for a large selection of new and used Subaru, Volkswagen, and Audi vehicles. Their large and diverse selection of both new and used vehicles ensures that they have the vehicle for you, no matter what it is you're looking for. Stop in and visit them today. Conveniently located just across from College Mall on 3rd Street. Check out RoyalOnTheEastSide.com or call 812-332-3333. So why wait? Come test drive a new Audi, Subaru, Volkswagen, or one of their many other quality used cars, vans, trucks, or SUVs. Royal on the East Side is a proud sponsor of IU Athletics.
Welcome back once again to Simon Scott Assembly Hall. Indiana picks up win number 5 of the season against no losses. They're 73-53 winners tonight over Lindenwood, and Coach Darren DeVries has joined us for his thoughts on tonight's ball game. Coach,
congratulations again on your 5th win without a loss.
Hey, thanks. Like I told the guys in the locker room, this wasn't, our best last couple games, and we weren't quite as clean as we'd like to be. But important thing is you got to find ways to win, and they were able to do that again tonight. And had some very good moments in there. Again, some learning opportunities for us as well. But we'll look forward to getting back out there tomorrow as we get ready to prepare for our next game with Kansas State.
Coach, I think you had 8 turnovers in the first half, so that wasn't the prettiest thing you've done this year, but you cut it back to almost none or maybe 1 in the second half.
Yeah, again, just offensively in the first half, we weren't trusting our actions and movement enough. I thought got a little quick at times with some of our shots, but I thought the second half they did a much better job of being strong with it, trusting their cutting, trusting their ball movement, and playing off of one another.
Coach, what about rebounding tonight? Were you pleased with that?
No, it's 19 offensive rebounds. Like you're not winning very many of those games. We just have to figure out a way to get better there. Like we told them, before the game and in the scouting report, with the way they play offense, they're going to drive it and they're going to be around the rim, and there's going to be a lot of bodies around the rim. So your ability to create space is going to determine our success rate defensive rebounding. We just didn't create enough space, so we got to get that fixed, and we got to get that fixed in a hurry.
The last 2 teams you played, it almost like they're trying to make this game look like it's really uncharacteristic or off kilter a little bit. Would you agree with that?
Well, I think we're offensively weren't as clean as we would like I said, but defensively we were great. I mean, we held them to 17% in the first half, so that's what you got to do on nights when you're not shooting it quite as well. And like we talked about, hey, we weren't shooting it well, and then we hit a stretch, and that's what we got to do is we got to have our defense keep us within reach or keep a lead at a margin that we can still work off of. And then we can hit a run. We can hit a 6-0, 9-0, 10-0 run, and then we can break it open.
Sam Alexis had 10 rebounds tonight, Coach. He had 8 points in the ball game, but the 10 rebounds were really critical.
Yeah, he was great. I thought his defensive presence, his physicality was something we really needed. He had to stretch in the second half. He was blocking shots and doing a lot of really good things for us out there. So it was great to see him again come out and play with that type of energy and enthusiasm and physicality.
And there was a kid named DeVries that played pretty well tonight too, Coach.
Yeah, I thought he had a really good stretch there in the second half. When we needed it at a critical time, we were a little stagnant, and he was able to get a couple going, and then got to the rim, got to a few free throws, and was able to extend that lead back up there for us.
Well, you get the weekend off, and then you got Kansas State coming to town on Tuesday.
Yeah, huge opportunity for us. Non-conference games, they're undefeated right now. It's one of those opportunities at home. We're looking forward to hopefully a great crowd and a lot of juice in the building, and we got to have a great few days of preparation as we get ready for it.
Coach, thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Darren DeVries here on the post-game show as Indiana wins this ball game 73-53 over Lindenwood here tonight. When we come, actually, it's time now for Making a Difference Play of the Game, brought to you by Hero Fish Incorporated. Locally owned and operated, HFI has been making a difference in homes, facilities, and communities since 1985. Hoosier fans, make sure to call HFI to make a difference with your next project. E, what do you think?
Well, Lamar Wilkerson, only made 1 3 tonight. But it was a 3 that was an unselfish play from Tucker DeVries, who really got it going in the second half. And Tucker could have easily have taken a deep 3 from the right wing with about 7.5 minutes left to go in the ball game. But he passed up a good look for a great look. Found Lamar Wilkerson right at the top of the key, wide open, hit his teammate who knocked down the 3. That gave Indiana down a 24-point lead in the second half, which was their largest lead of the ball game. After that 3 by Wilkerson, Lindenwood had no chance to get back into the ballgame. They extended the lead out to 24, won the game by 20. But again, a great example of an unselfish play by a guy that really had it going, but looked for his teammate instead of taking the selfish shot.
Well, Indiana wins at 73-53 tonight. And up next, we'll take a look at the final statistics presented by Old National Bank. But first, this is IU basketball on the CareSource Radio Network from Learfield.
Odds are, while you may be an expert baker,
thanks, Grandma,
or hip shaker, you likely don't spend time thinking about advanced medical treatments or research. So IU Health is here with the expert healthcare 9 out of 10 Indiana doctors have chosen for their patients' care. Because whether you're an expert DIYer or expert high fiber, Trust the experts more Hoosiers do. Indiana University Health, no matter the odds. IUhealth.org.
At Kroger, you never compromise. You get high quality and low prices. Like you never compromise your meal with our spring salad mix, guaranteed fresh. And you never compromise your budget with low prices in every aisle. And you never compromise your appetite with our golden brown bread that's baked fresh in store. And you never compromise your wallet with our low prices. Kroger shoppers never compromise. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Introducing Hoosier Game Day Lager, the official craft beer of Indiana University Athletics. Brewed by Upland Brewing Company in Bloomington, this smooth, refreshing beer embodies Hoosier pride with iconic cream and crimson candy stripes. It's the perfect companion for every game. Whether you're cheering in Memorial Stadium, Assembly Hall, or watching from home, IU Athletics are always better with beer. Find Hoosier Game Day Lager at Upland's 9 family-friendly locations, your local liquor store, neighborhood bar, and everywhere Upland beers are sold. Upland Brewing Company reminds you to drink responsibly. Go Hoosiers!
Indiana is filled with wonderful people and places. So whether you live in Anderson or Attica and need an injury attorney, Green & Schultz trial lawyers will be there. Bloomington or Brazil, Gas City to Goshen, Huntington or Hammond, Green & Schultz makes it easy to help you. Jasper, Jonesville, Lebanon or Linton, Mitchell, Muncie, Plymouth and Portland, Seymour, Tell City or Union City, Warsaw, Washington, or even West Lafayette.
Green & Schultz Trial Lawyers, attorneys serving victims of injury and loss. More at greenschultz.com.
Electric Plus is a full-service electrical contractor with offices in Bloomington, Avon, Kokomo, and Lafayette. We work hard to deliver big wins for our customers, leading the league in new construction, modernization, and service repairs. Our team specializes in industrial, commercial, and residential work with 24/7 emergency coverage. We are 100% employee-owned through our ESOP, meaning every job is powered by people who have a stake in our success. Just like the Hoosiers aim to be the best, the mission of Electric Plus is to be the best electrical contractor, period. Visit electricplus.com to learn more. Go Hoosiers!
Great defense isn't just on the court, it's online too. Whether you're shutting down a fast break or blocking a digital threat, Smithville's got your back. With fast fiber internet, advanced voice solutions, and smart security, we help you stay connected and protected at home and at work. Proud to power Hoosier Nation as the official telecom partner of IU Athletics. Smithville keeps you covered on game day and every day. Learn more at smithville.com.
Here in B-Town, Indiana wins tonight over Lindenwood 73-53 to pick up win number 5 against no defeat so far this season. Tonight's win over Lindenwood, and it is time to take a look at the final statistics. They're presented by Old National Bank. Here's John.
Well, Don, when I say these are unofficial, I mean unofficial with a capital U. Here's how they look. Lindenwood was 7 of 39 in the first half, 0 of 10 from 3, 4 of 4 from the foul line. In the second half, they were 10 of 28 from the field, 3 of 8 from 3, 12 of 16 from the free throw line. So for the game, 17 of 67, which is 25%, 3 of 18 from 3, which is 17%, 16 of 20 from the foul line, that is 80%. Indiana was 12 out of 32 in the first half, 5 of 16 from 3, 5 of 7 from the free throw line. And half number 2, 11 of 29, 4 of 12 from 3, and 13 of 18 from the free throw line. So that all adds up to 23 out of 61, which is 38%, 9 of 28 from 3, that's 32%, 18 of 25, that is 72%. For Indiana, scoring-wise, they had 10 players play, 8 scored, led by Tucker DeVries, 25 points for him with 3 rebounds and 3 assists, plus 27 for him in the plus-minus. 10 points for Lamar Wilkerson with 4 rebounds and 2 assists, 8 points and 10 rebounds for Sam Alexis, 8 points, 6 boards for Trent Sicily, 6 points for Nick Dorn, 6 for Reed Bailey, and 3 for Connor Enright, 7 for Tatum Connerway. Josiah Miles, Trice Grinsing both had limited minutes and did not score. For Lindenwood, they had 9 players play, 7 scored, led by Aeneas Futrell with 12, Jadis Jones with 10, 7 for Makai Cooper, Milos Ninicic had 6, 7 for Clayton Jackson, 8 for Robert Lewis, and 3 for Jeremiah Talton. Todd B got in the game late and did not score. Indiana was out-rebounded in the game, 48-44, 19-11 on the offensive glass. They did commit 8 turnovers that led to no Lindenwood points, and Lindenwood had 14 turnovers that led to 11 Indiana points on that front, Don.
All right, the final statistics were presented by Old National Bank, your trusted financial partner. Find out more at oldnational.com. And officially, nothing we just told you about statistically is official, just so you know. All right, we'll check the Coors out-of-town scoreboard and have final comments in just 2 minutes. This is IU Basketball on the CareSource Radio Network from Learfield.
Hi, I'm Christian Lawrence.
And I'm Brad Lawrence at Goldcasters Diamonds and Fine Jewelry. And we just want to remind you how much the woman in your life really does love you.
Wow, but Dad, how can you know that?
Well, she puts up with his sports, doesn't she? She's letting him listen to the game right now.
True.
Because she is your biggest fan.
Always cheering you on.
So come to Goldcasters
For a little sparkling gift that reminds her
that you're her biggest fan, too.
Goldcasters at 2nd and Washington in Bloomington.
From tip-off in Bloomington to living rooms across Indiana, we're all part of the Hoosier family. At Smithville, we're not just fans. We're your neighbors, bringing you fast fiber internet, crystal clear voice, and smart security built for the way Hoosiers live. We're proud to be the official telecom partner of IU Athletics, and even prouder to call this community home. Learn more at smithville.com.
We know to contact Indiana 811 at least 2 working days before every dig. But did you also know spraying a white line around the area you plan to dig means utility flags will only go in that area? Fewer flags in the yard? Easier mowing? Everybody wins.
Everybody except my kid. I don't want to mow the yard.
Everybody except for your kid wins. Contact Indiana 811 at least 2 working days before picking up a shovel. It's the only way to dig. Learn more at 811.safedigindiana.com.
Get back to doing what you love. If you're experiencing hip, knee, or shoulder pain and it's affecting your everyday activities, it may be time to schedule a consultation with one of our highly skilled orthopedic surgeons. Our fellowship-trained surgeons specialize in outpatient joint and shoulder replacement. We may be able to get you home on the same day of your procedure. As the official healthcare and sports medicine provider of IU Athletics, IU Health will give you the expert care you need close to home. Call 812-333-2663 or visit iuhealth.org/BloomingtonOrtho.
Welcome back to Simon Scott Assembly Hall for the final time tonight. Indiana 73, Lindenwood 53 in this one. Let's check the out-of-town scoreboard presented by Coors Light, John.
Well, number 1 Purdue in the Bahamas, pulling away, about to win over Memphis. They lead 78-71 with less than 20 seconds to go in that one. Nebraska ahead of New Mexico, 51-44 with 13 minutes left in the game there. Iowa all over Chicago State, 62-34 with 13 minutes left in that game. And Ohio State leads Western Michigan 13-4, 13:45 left in the first half. At 10 o'clock tonight, USC plays Troy, Don.
A little bit disjointed again tonight. It was not as smooth as you would expect this Indiana ball club to be, but at the same time, you played a very athletic, quick team that kind of makes things a little bit ugly because they try to get up and down the floor as fast as Indiana does.
Yeah, and it's a nice reminder that this is a team that, although they've got some experience, is a team that's got all new players on it, and there will be some bumps in the road, especially at the offensive end. We have seen the potential, though. We have seen how good this team can look at the offensive end. We've seen them shoot the ball lights out, and we've seen them do it against a very good defense in Marquette. So it can't be perfect every single time you step on the court. The thing that I'm encouraged about is Indiana, in a night where they didn't play their best offensively, they're still able to win by a margin of 20 points. And that comes off the back of their defense. I think Indiana all season long has played very good defense. Their ball pressure is good. And you look back to tonight's game, and we talked about Lindenwood wants to get to the basket. They're not a great three-point shooting team. They're going to want to score around the bucket. Now, how many straight line, wide open drives did you see Lindenwood have tonight? There was always an extra defender sliding over, always a contested shot around the rim. Indiana just didn't make it easy on the Lions tonight to score the basketball, and it's just really nice to see. Attention to detail at the defensive end is gonna help Indiana win a bunch of ball games, especially when they don't have their best night shooting the ball. And for the second straight game, I think Indiana was able to come away with a victory off the back of their defense. They just played really well at that end of the court tonight.
Well, Indiana's got an open weekend, so the Hoosiers will not play another basketball game until Tuesday of this coming week. So what are you going to do with your weekend?
Watch football. The Hoosiers have a bye also.
They do. Can't watch Indiana play.
Can't watch Indiana playing, which I'm a little bummed about, but probably in the afternoon on Saturday, watch some college football and just watch all the teams that think that they have a chance against Indiana, which they do not. And get ready for the Purdue week the following week. That's a big ball game for Indiana football, last game of the season.
And it's good to have a week off in between those. And Purdue's got the same thing. They've got a week off, too. So everybody gets to heal up and be ready for the Old Buck and Buck.
Yeah, it's been a grind of the Big Ten season for the football team. I think Buck would probably agree. I don't know. But Indiana, at this point in the season, needed a week off. I don't know what Coach Signetti says about it. But
he trust me, he and the coaches all wanted a week
perfect timing for a week off. Get you ready for the bucket game, and then as Indiana, approaches the potential of a college football playoff.
Well, we look forward to bringing you the next event that we'll be a part of. That will be on Monday. That'll be Inside IU Basketball with head coach Darren DeVries at Hoosier Hanks at 7:05 on Monday night. Then, of course, the next ball game for Indiana comes your way on Tuesday, and that will be Indiana hosting Kansas State. As you heard from Coach DeVries, a really good basketball team, and they are, like Indiana, undefeated at this point in the season. The IU Sports Properties General Manager is Luke Reif. A special thanks to our in-studio technician this evening, Jerry Kelly, and to our on-site engineer, Jake Robinson. Back with us again after a long trip. He was all over the world in this last trip that he was out. 2 weeks he was gone. He was Spain, Germany.
Mr. Popular. It's nice to have him back.
Whatever the case. Until we meet you on Monday night for Inside IU Basketball with Darren DeVries. For Eric Sewer and John Herrick, I'm Don Fisher. Keep your heads up. Be vigilant. God bless America. So long, everybody. This is Indiana University Basketball on the CareSource Radio Network from Learfield.
On the CareSource Radio Network. From the Smithville Broadcast Center, this has been the postgame show brought to you by SeatGeek. SeatGeek is the official ticketing marketplace of the Indiana Hoosiers. Find tickets to Hoosier games and more. SeatGeek. The preceding has been a Learfield presentation on the IU and CareSource Radio Network.